Hello, brothers. How are you all doing? It's International Passport here for yet another classic live stream with the legendary Mr. Tony Berry. Before I go any further, shout out to Cash App already. Wow. Shout out to Michael Conte for the £7.35 Cash App. He says, appreciate the hard work you're doing. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated, bro. Shout out to Michael Conte for the £7.35 Cash App. Going on further, brothers, I want to say a huge shout out to my old subscribers for supporting over the years, and welcome aboard to my new subscribers. You are joining a very powerful movement that is going to change a lot of brothers' lives. Of course, brothers, please hit the like button to support the channel and for the YouTube algorithm to push out the video to other brothers who need this. In this live stream, brothers, we have a very special guest here called Tony Berry. Tony Berry will be breaking down how to check and vet foreign women that live in your country abroad, whether in person or whether through online dating. Nowadays, a lot of scams are being run. Nowadays, a lot of facades are being run against brothers. So it's very important that you check if your foreign woman is real and it's someone that you can have a relationship with. Mr. Tony Berry, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing well.
Love hearing that, bro. Tony, please introduce yourself to the panel, people who don't know who you are, and then we'll go on from there, bro.
Yes. Hello. I'm Tony Berry, guys, and I'm up here on IP stream a lot. I've lived in 4 countries. Lived in Japan twice, 11 years total there. Korea, 4 years in Saudi Arabia, and of course, the U.S. I've dated a lot of different women from different countries. I know a lot of friends that are dating or married to different women from different countries. I'm married to a woman from Japan for the last 14 years. I'm up here to tell you guys straight up how to vet these females, how to make sure that you increase your chances of having a happy life with these women. That's what I'm up here for, guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony Berry. So let's get straight into this live stream. Tony, can you break down how important it is to check and vet foreign women that live in your country or abroad, and how we can vet these women? Like I mentioned, a lot of scams being run, a lot of facades being shown of women who don't appear to be who they are. Tony, in your experience, break down for us, bro, how to, spot these kind of women, and then let's go on from there, bro.
Yeah. So first, guys, I want to talk about the Tinder app because that's been hot and heavy lately. And I know a lot of brothers on this group that I chop it up with. I'm chopping up with 2 brothers who are using the Tinder app. They're both on different income levels, and one is a high value male. One is aspiring to be a high value male. And I just want to put this out here. Here's what happens. Tinder, what they'll do, or any of these dating apps, they're really good, very good with their algorithms. They will, as soon as you put your info in there, they will comb the entire internet for all your information, and they'll gather it from social media. And then they paint your picture. So you may put in down that you're looking for a certain woman, certain age, certain income bracket, or whatever the case may be. But they will also comb that out, that social network that you belong to, whatever social network you belong to, and they will paint a picture of you. And then you will start meeting women that are on your level according to how Tinder does it. So a high value male will meet high value females. A male that's not high value will meet females that are not high value. So you'll get guys up there like, oh man, who's this girl? I don't even know how'd she get up on my Tinder app? Oh, she got up there because of your social media history. And that's the thing, brothers. You got to watch your social media history. That is another stream that will be coming up later on down the road that just came to my head. I want to do one on that. But this right now, I'm talking about Tinder because a lot of guys are meeting these women on Tinder. Now, here's what we got going on. And this is what I've seen. I don't use Tinder, but I talk to brothers that do use it. There is a scam. There are a lot of scams out there. And the biggest scam running right now is these females out there taking money from you, either through stock scams or either through, hey, I need money scam. I even had a female reach out to me on Facebook a couple years ago, she sent me a nice picture, nice body and everything like that. And the only reason why I befriended her because I thought that she was a family member because I have a lot of family members on Facebook. So, and most of the people on Facebook I know, come in contact with, have spoken to, or met. So I thought she was one of a family member. I was like, hey, what's up, cuz? I remember saying that to her. And then, she was trying to be my friend and everything like that. And then next, she says, hey, my telephone is out. That's why I'm using this. So I need some money to get my phone back on. I'm like, all right, well, go on and pay it, because she wasn't walking up on a simp, but she kept pushing it. And I was finally like, you know what? I'm going to have to cut you off. I cut her off. I blocked her. So what will happen is these females get up there and they will try to be your friend and try to get in with you. They know a lot about you because they've been combing your social media network, and they'll throw things out there like if you play golf, they never played golf in their life. They'll be like, oh, I love golf. Or, oh, I love watching baseball. They ain't watched the baseball. They couldn't tell you who the New York Mets were. Oh, I like football. They never even heard of Chelsea, but they like football. So they're going to come up and they're going to try to match whatever the algorithm has put out there for you and whatever they found. Now, let's get into how you vet these females. Okay, so one thing I got to say, guys, number one, the first thing is never send these women money. Never send them money. Never assume that you have a relationship with these females. You do not have a relationship with these females. So on the internet, a relationship over the internet is not a relationship. That is just a connection. That is not a relationship. You need to know how to separate the two. But yet I hear guys out there who meet these females who say they love these women, they like this woman, they into this woman. And I'm thinking, okay, so y'all hanging out, y'all living together, or y'all dating. And then come to find out they've been on social media with them for a few years and never even met these females. So you'll get a woman like coming over from Japan or from any other country, right? And they meet you on social media. And they try to, they ask you a lot of questions. They try to act like they're going to show up. They try to act like they care about you. And next you know, they're asking you for money. And that is red flag number one. If they are asking you for money, that's red flag number one. Number two, the second red flag is this. If they're not willing to video conference with you, that is a big red flag. In fact, that may be the biggest one over the money. You need to see these females. You see my face. I'm Tony Berry. You know who I am. I'm up in the screen. I'm up in your face. You see who I am. You know who I am, right? You know who IP is. You hear his voice all the time. He's doing the same thing, doing the streams all the time. You know who he is. You know Theo. You know J Bones. You know the brother Sean M, Sean Camp. You know the brothers that are up in here. You know Thomas Demenham. You know these brothers. But when you out there and you meet a female on a dating app, you need to be in a video. She needs to be on video. You need vision. You need to see who this female is. Because what they do is they text you and they chat, but they never show their face. So that could be a fat finger dude out of Eastern Europe or out of Russia, just trying to get as much info as you can get. And he is probably talking about 10 people at the same time, texting with 10, maybe 15 people, depending on how quick his systems are at the same time. And he's communicating with somebody in New York, Chicago, Detroit, Florida, London, Manchester. He's talking to somebody in Paris, talking to somebody in Roma. And he's like, oh, yeah, you look good. Oh, yeah. You never know who that person is. And then he hits that one button, click, and it says, send me money in your own language. It's a certain sentence that they ask for you in your own language to make you feel comfortable about how they need money. We had a brother, and a good partner of mine was telling me about his cousin that was connected to a female in Kenya that he had met on Tinder, on Facebook, or whatever the case may be. And this woman sent him a picture of her, and she's like, hey, I'm coming to the airport. I'm flying out to meet you, but I need money to be able to get the plane ticket, but I'm on my way. And this fool sent her money. Of course, she never flew over here. You see what I'm saying? So she's probably got like 10, 15, 20 guys that she done did that to. And these women or men or whatever they want to call themselves, they are making money off of your innocence, if you will, on the market. They are making money on that. They found a way to get money from you and everybody else. So that's why you have to get them in front of that camera. You have to talk to them. You have to fill them out. And then on top of that, you have to connect with them. Now, if they're in your country, because that's what this subject is mostly about, is the women that are in your country, you need to ask the proper questions. Okay? So, like, if you communicate with a female and you happen to be lucky to video conference with her, you kicking it with her, you're in Chicago, she's in Kansas City, or you're in Los Angeles and she's in Seattle, and you're communicating well, you're talking about hooking up and all this matter. Okay, great. If you hook up, okay, good. You hit it, okay, whatever. But that's not the end all. You still, before you even go that far, before you even get on the airplane to meet this female or have her stay in your house eating your food, you need to sit up there and you need to say, look, ask the right questions like, how did you get to this country? And you have to know how to read it. You have to know how to do it without like acting like it's an investigation. You don't want to try to intimidate this female, but you want to be like, hey, so how long you been here? Simple questions. They'll tell you, oh, I've been here 5 years. All right, or whatever. And don't ask that question anymore, right? Go on to something else. About a month or two, if you're still into the conversation with this female, say, oh, so you was here like, how many years you been here? And they might say, oh, I've been here 7 years. And now you already wrote it down. And you got it in your head. Wait, she said she was here 5 years. Now she's saying she was here 7 years ago. Oh, now she's saying she was here 10 years ago. And then you say, how did you get to this country? Oh, I got sponsored. My mother married an American and they brought me over when I was a kid. But didn't you just tell me you're 30 years old and you've been here 5 years? You see what I'm saying? You have to know how immigrants are coming to your country, be it the UK, be it the US, be it, Jamaica, wherever you are. You need to know how these immigrants are coming to your country. How are they getting there? Did they get here on the student visa, right? And not only how they got here, but what type of visa are they on now? Because a lot of these females, what they'll do is they'll get married to a dude, get over here, they'll play around for like 5 years, and then they'll count their fingers, and then boom, they decide they want to get divorced. But then they get that American citizenship before that divorce. Now, the laws have changed to where they're not making it as easy, but still, then they'll stay another maybe 7 to 8 years until they get that citizenship, or until they get that green card, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of these females may just be on that green card, a permanent resident card, but still you need to know how they got here. Because the thing is this, they could be here illegally and you don't know what's going on. You can meet a woman from Guatemala or Honduras or anywhere. And if you don't ask the right questions, they could be running away from somebody. You don't ask the right questions, you go to meet them, they got their brother or cousin or somebody picking you up, taking you somewhere that you don't even know where you're going. And you never meet that woman. And you end up getting robbed, ripped off, or even killed in some cases. So you need to know what questions to ask. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to just say how I know some of these people can come to the country. If you're running into a relationship with a Filipino woman who you meet on Tinder, or you meet and she's like, say, in Chicago or wherever, you need to ask those questions. You need to already know, okay, she's Filipina, she's 21 years old. How did she get here? Her parents may have sponsored her. Great. But if they're both Filipino and she's Filipina, how did they get here? You see what I'm saying? You don't just stop at her. You got to keep going because you need to get some sort of way. You need to track. You need to develop a path of how they got from their country to your country. That's what you need to do. Because these women are making up all kind of lies. They are lying through their teeth because the only reason why they're in America, the UK, and any other Western country is to make money. And they will use you and everybody else to get what they want to get. And they even may have a man waiting at home for them to get set up over in the Western country. Then they'll turn around and bring him over here. And then you out of the picture. So you have to ask the questions. You have to know of the country they come from. Like I know about Japan. I know that a Japanese female coming over to the United States is going to be here either on a student visa if she's single, or she's going to be just a tourist, which only lasts for 90 days. They don't need visa. They don't need to apply for a visa to come to the United States for 90 days. The United States has agreements with different countries. You need to know what kind of agreement your country has with that particular person. In other words, what agreement does your country have with a woman from, say, Thailand or Colombia or Brazil? What kind of agreement does your country have with that country? in their citizens. How long can they stay in this country? You need to know that, because if they've been living here for a couple years and their parents aren't here, more than likely they're either on a student visa, or their student visa expired, or they got married and they're living on somebody's green card and they got divorced. You have to ask the right questions, because you will get played if you don't ask these women the right questions. And so let's take this back. You got to ask the right questions, and you have to know what the agreements are between your country and the country that that female came from. How can they stay in your country? Are they here on the business visa, student visa? Are they on the permanent green card? Now, you don't want to go out and ask them, like, what kind of visa do you have? You don't ask them those kind of questions. What you do is you ask what I call residual questions, right? Questions that you can always come back and ask the same kind of question and may end up getting a different answer. You have to be an investigator. Because this is your life you're talking about here. You could end up in a bad spot, end up married to a woman that you might only see for a whole day. And you turn around and you come home and all your stuff is gone, and her stuff. And you don't know where she's at. But she's happy because she got that green card that says that she can live anywhere in your country. You see what I'm saying? So that's you have to know what's going on. Now, fortunately, the laws are changing. The laws are allowing it, or making it harder for these females to just slide in your country and do whatever they want to do, including using you. But they still have other ways to use you to get what they want. See, they get creative in their processes. They really do. They get creative in their processes. And unfortunately, a lot of brothers up here on this platform have, number one, never even had a relationship with a foreign woman. Number two, have no clue about how immigration works. And number three, may not even have gotten their passport yet. But they just see a pretty girl with a nice body and a cute smile, and they already think that she's the one. And more than likely she's not, if you can't find out how she got to this country. So another thing is, if they've been living here for a while, let's say they got a job. You walk into a guest department store and you see a pretty girl and she's 25 years old and she's working here. Okay, so she's legal. She's able to work. Okay, so that means she's legal. She can stay here legally. Okay, but still, how did she get here? How did she get in that situation? Who brought her over? You always got to be thinking back in your mind, who brought you over? Now, if you know the history of, like, say, the Thais, how the Asians got here. Okay, a lot of females of Asian descent, Korean, Thai, Japanese in some instance, Filipina, especially Filipinas, Vietnamese. Okay, so let's look at the history of them. We all know that most of the Vietnamese got here, they're already on their second, maybe even third generation. They got here because they came over on a lot of boats, right? Vietnam War, right? America lost the war. Let's call it what it is. We got our butt kicked in the war. We lost, right? 75, we ran out of Vietnam with our tail between our legs. But a lot of Vietnamese got on boats. Vietnamese, Laotian, Cambodian. A lot of these Southeast Asian immigrants came over to the United States. I remember on my way to Korea in the airport in Oakland, and I seen these people behind these cages waiting to get processed at the airport. And there was a ton of them. And they were looking at me like they were just dogs waiting for me to give them a bone. And I had nothing to do with these people. So that's how they got here, right? So now, fast forward to 2021, you run into a Vietnamese girl that's 21 years old, 22 years old. More than likely, she is an American citizen, because we haven't been bringing Vietnamese over to our country seeking asylum for years. So if you meet a young Vietnamese, she's more than likely legit, but you still have to see what her status is. You still have to vet, because it depends. If she speaks perfect English and she has very little accent, then yeah, she's a true American. Because the Vietnamese woman, if you ever met them, when they speak that English, man, if they're new to the country, their accent is so heavy, it's not even attractive. It's sickening. It's so heavy. And they know it. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, my accent is so horrible. They'll tell you that. Okay, so that's how they got here. Indian. If you meet a woman of Indian descent, they more than likely came over here through their parents. They had education programs set up. They went to school. They got a job. They established citizenship or residency in the United States. They established permanent citizenship. So they are more than likely legit. Keep in mind, the farther away they come from, the more legit they're going to be, right? If they're coming from Latin America, you got to start thinking about how they got here more so than, say, somebody coming from, say, India or even China. Speaking of China, we all know the history of the Chinese in America. They came over more than 150 years ago, built the railroads. The racist system that America had only let the men come over. People don't know this, but a lot of Chinese males married a lot of black females at that time when they first came to this country. I know a lot of friends who are descendants of Chinese immigrants, but they're black and Chinese. So people don't know that. But now fast forward to 2021, if you see a Chinese girl over here speaking English, she's more than likely an American, or she's from Hong Kong, or she's from Canada. Either way, she is legit. She's not going to be playing games to get over here because she doesn't have to come over here. She can stay in Hong Kong if she wants. Okay. Next one, the Thai. A lot of Thais came over here because they were married to American GIs. Back in the 70s, we had bases in Thailand. So what would happen is the Americans would, you go to Thailand, you fall in love, and you're going to meet you a Thai woman, and you're going to marry that Thai woman, and you're going to bring her back to the U.S. So you bring her back. Now, here's the thing. If she has like a little sister, a little brother, a lot of them will have like 3 or 4 or 5 little girls, little sisters. I was dating one. She got over that way. Her sister, big sister, brought her mom over, her over, and her little sister, and her bigger sister. So she was able to sponsor 3 people. And they got here, they were single and ready to go. So that's how they're here. But now, if you meet a Thai now that's 21 years old, 22, 23 years old, she is more than likely either here on a student visa or she is an American citizen. And I'm just talking about the US. I don't know how the UK worked, but I'm just going on how these people came to the States. A Japanese woman, if you meet a single Japanese woman over here, she is either in school or she got divorced from somebody and she's still living on a green card. Because most Japanese will come here either as a student or they will come here because they got married to somebody. That's usually the only way they come here. The men will come here to establish businesses because they have that kind of income. Women don't get that kind of income in Japan to go overseas and start businesses. That's very rare. Okay? So you need to know how these women get here. You need to know the history of their country. You need to know how they came to the States, why they were able to come to the U.S. Now, if you run into a woman from the Middle East, America will let a few immigrants come over from that part of the world. They have a lot of educated people there. A lot of those people come here for engineering jobs and other jobs that Americans can't do. And then they bring their families over. They establish their citizenship here in the United States or residency, whatever case may be. And their daughters go to school and they grow up in the system. And you can pretty much see that they're legit because their parents are right there working their butt off. So this is all about knowing how these people got here, what their situation was in their country, and why they need to be here. Because not every immigrant in your country needs to be in your country. A Japanese woman does not need to come to the United States. A Korean woman does not need to come to the United States. Their countries are beautiful. They have everything they want in their country. They don't need the US. They don't need the UK. Which reminds me, a Korean woman. Korean women, most of them got here off of their parents because a lot of them married American military men to get over here. And once they got here and got established, they were able to get their citizenship after marriage. They went around and divorced the men, and then they bring over their high school sweethearts from Korea, sponsor them. Now you got a big, huge Korean community in various parts of the country. Los Angeles has a large Korean community. If you go to LA, from Western on or whatever, how far you want to walk, it's all Korean businesses, Korean hotels, businesses, supermarkets, residents, you name it, they got it. So they establish themselves and then they populate, and then they have more and more and more. So if you see a 21-year-old Korean girl, she's more than likely a U.S. citizen. And then some Koreans will get adopted because a lot of the Koreans were leaving their kids just full Korean. They were just leaving them, giving them up for adoption. So a lot of Americans were adopting Koreans. I know a couple of friends who were adopted. They have American names, but they're Korean. So you have to know how people got here. Africans. I know where I live in Seattle area, we have a lot of women, a lot of people here from Eritrea and Ethiopia. Now, when I was here in early 90s, at the first time, I didn't see hardly any Africans. When I came back in 2005, I saw people from Eritrea, Somali, Ethiopia. So apparently they had some issues and America let them come in. They let a few of them come into the country to seek asylum to start a new life. So that's how they came in. More than likely, when you see an African, now this is the kicker. When you see a woman of African descent, she is legit because they don't just let Africans up in here. You seen what they did with the Haitians. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna cut my light on. You seen what they did with the Haitians, right? At the border with the horses whipping them. Okay. They don't just let black people up in this country. So if you see a black immigrant up in here, they're pretty much legit. And I think UK is the same way because you get a lot of people from Jamaica and other countries that England had before.
Yeah.
So thanks, IP. So that's in a nutshell. I just wanted to say that, and I'm ready for questions and things like that, so I can expound on more what I'm talking about too.
Thank you very much for that information, Tony. You literally fit in a grand level of knowledge within 30 minutes, Tony. Thank you, brother. Let me read through the super chats and the cash app real quick, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Shout out to Conrad Grant for the £3.68 cash app. He says SYSBM movement is getting stronger by the day. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Conrad Grant. Much appreciated, brother. Shout out to Tony Berry for the $2 super chat. He says, you know it's real when Tony Berry shows up. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Shouts to the legend, the one and only Mr. Tony Berry, the respected brother. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Naeem Abdul Ayad for the $5 super chat. He puts flames 100%. Thank you, bro. What's up, Naeem Abdul? Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you, bro. Shout out to the legendary Mr. Derek Taylor for the $9.99 super chat. He says, respect IP and my boy Tony. Tony, use my experience as an example. You can tell the whole story. Derek Taylor also call in, brother. I'll be opening up the phone lines in literally 3 minutes time, bro. So call in as well, Derek Taylor.
Yes, we're going to talk about that. That's a big story right there. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ford Farlane for the $20 super chat. He says, greetings to the brotherhood. Brother Tokyo didn't waste any time dropping gems. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Tony got straight to the point. He was a classic monologue and it's much appreciated, brother. Hold on, Tony. Got a couple more super chats. Let's see. Shout out to Joshua Epps for the $199 super chat. Where you been at, Joshua? Lovely seeing your face here again, brother. Hope you're well, brother. He says, brother Tony dropping straight game. Yes, indeed. Within 30 minutes. Thank you, brother Tony. Shout out to Joshua Epps for that super chat. Shout out to Volcanoes for the $10 super chat. He says, salute IP in chat. American women need a checkup from the neck up. Highest rate of mental illness on the planet. American woman. Yes, indeed. Shout out to brother for the last, man. Appreciate that, bro. Shout out to Mr. Sean Camp for the $999 super chat. He says, be careful, guys. Women also use the abuse avenue when they get to the States because they have programs for foreigners that will still help them get citizenship. 2 of my friends had this happen. Oh, man. Thank you for bringing that up, bro. Much appreciated, Sean Camp. You can call in as well to expand on that further. Brothers, feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to cash up and feel free to super chat. Thank you very much, brothers. Tony, before I open up the phone lines, do you want to add anything else, bro, or are you ready for questions?
Derek, hopefully Derek can get on here. If he doesn't, then I will be talking about in full what happened with Derek, man. Me and him chop it up a lot, but I hope he gets on this call because this is recent, but this is happening like right now as we speak.
Damn.
So, yes.
Okay, thanks for that, Tony. So, brothers, again, here's my social media platforms, the Facebook group. You want to make sure you join the Facebook group to mingle with high-value brothers such as Tony, Theo, Jay Bones, Thomas Demihin, and a few other brothers who are in the Facebook group. Last but not least, brothers, I'm also on Twitter. You want to make sure you follow me on Twitter and send me a DM through Twitter. I'll be using Twitter a lot more to push out the international passport movement. I'm very active on Twitter. You can send me a DM on there. I can either call you, DM you back. We can conversate what's happening in your life, brothers. So reach out to me through Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and send me a DM. Last but not least, brothers, I'm also on IG. I use IG a lot to push out many updates. I speak to Tony and a few others through IG and Twitter as well. So you want to make sure you follow me on IG, Instagram, and send me a DM. I can also give you a phone call as well through IG, and that's no bother for me as well, brothers. And last but not least, brothers, here's my Cash App for you brothers to support the movement 24/7. That's open my Cash App, so you can send through donations to support the international passport movement. Shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $10 Canadian super chat. He says, "Thank you, IP, for inspiring me to start podcasts as well. Tony is a great guest, lots of wisdom, lots of value and wisdom. It's always a classic when Tony is here. I love the energy. Yes, indeed. What's up, Wealth Engineering? Hope you're doing
What's
good,
up,
bro. Shout
homeboy?
out to Tony Berry. So I will open up the phone lines, brothers. Please be respectful. Any trolls will get banned on site. Yesterday, I was a bit upset. We had too many trolls yesterday on the live stream. I was very upset. So any trolls, you will be banned on site. And anyone being rude or disrespectful towards Tony Berry, you will also be banned on site as well. So please be respectful. Respect a legend in this space, someone who's been to different countries, lived in Japan for many years, experienced many different women. Be respectful, okay? So call in, brothers, and feel free to um, support the channel, Cash App, Super Chat, and also call in. If you can't call in, you must Super Chat or Cash App your questions if you want Tony to answer your questions. So call in or Cash App or Super Chat your questions. Yeah, this is a crazy level of intel you won't get anywhere else. I'm telling you, brothers, people pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for this. In fact, this kind of intel only government organizations would know, but you're getting it free on this YouTube channel. So, brothers, support, and be appreciative of Tony's time as well. Tony's a very busy man, has a lot of busy things happening in his private life. Okay, I see Jay Bones and I see Sean Camp. Let me add in Jay Bones. What's up, Jay Bones?
Jay Bones, what's up?
Tony.
What's up? What's up, fam? What's going on?
What's up, brothers? How you doing, IP?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you, man?
Right on point, IP. You never miss it. You never miss it, man. We got a situation, IP. We got a real situation. I'm glad that you guys are just covering things that it's beyond amazing that it makes sense, IP. We have a situation that we need to address. Looking through the Facebook page, right? I'm seeing a lot of our excited brothers. See, I grew up around African American brothers, so I know how they are. A lot of the brothers are excited to travel. They're getting their passports and the conversations are rolling in. Tony and Theo are coming up here and they're giving information. We need to start for the brothers in here. We have a lot of brothers who have not traveled before.
Mm.
This is a public service announcement. Any of you guys that never traveled before, make sure you get information from Tony before you guys go out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm seeing a lot of brothers in the group. They're talking about, yo, I talked to this girl. She's, I spoke to her on Tinder, and she's mad beautiful, bro. Well, what country is she in? Oh yeah, I saw her, man. She's in Chile, and I'm about to go to Chile real soon. I'm about to go see her. I'm like, what? What you just say? What you just say? Yeah, man. She sent me this picture of her. She's so beautiful, man. I'm like, all right, hold on. Did you guys FaceTime? No. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. What I got to FaceTime for? What? What you just? No, IP. Look through the comment section on Facebook. You're going to see some real crazy action. You're going to see some real crazy actions going on through the Facebook group. There's a lot of situations that are happening. So I'm glad you guys brought this up. Tony Berry, you guys, for the brothers that haven't traveled yet, your first time, please. Tony's in there, Theo's in there. If I can be of help, just call me. I have a lot of resources at the United Nations, so I can pull some strings. And, that's why I told you before when a brother had asked me about El Salvador, the first thing that I ever do, well, El Salvador is dangerous. Yeah. When I drop off in El Salvador, the first thing I do is go to the U.S. Embassy, hire private security for $50 for the whole day. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? There's certain things that you brothers got to know before you decide to operate. I got a bad situation for you, IP. A couple of years back, right? A friend of mine met a girl. She was actually part of our community. Unfortunately, she was part of the Ghanaian community. They started talking, blah, 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 this and that. One thing led to another. And he got some pressure from the family because, as Africans, the men are supposed to be getting married before they turn 40. So he was 42 and, he jumped ship. He went over there to Ghana and he said, he met a girl, blah, 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 this and that. The next phone call we got back is that he was in a body bag.
What?
Yep. The next phone call we got is that he was in a body bag.
What happened?
Apparently, whatever female that he had interacted with, it was all some sort of a show. He got there and it was a money situation. So they got the money and basically he was killed on site.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because they know that we're traveling into these countries with real cash. Sometimes you're not, especially if you're going into Africa, you're not usually taking your credit cards with you. And the reason why is that if you're taking cash, you're going to be able to you're going to use the dollar to be able to beat up their currency and get more money out of it. So they know that, when I travel to Ghana, I have like probably $6,000 on me, 7,000, 8,000, another 9,000 in my socks. And I've traveled to Ghana probably, I remember back in the day, it was like probably 50,000 before. You understand what I'm saying? So you boys got to be very careful. I'm seeing a lot of the brothers excited in the Facebook group. Yeah, I get it. You boys are excited. We're traveling. Yeah, great. 100%. Get out there. I want you guys to go to these museums, go to these places, check out. There's nothing wrong with the women. Check out the women, check out the scenery, learn something new. I want the brothers to spread their wings, but please, gentlemen, you guys got to be very careful. You guys got to be very careful, man. I'm looking through the Facebook comments and I'm like, what you just say? You met somebody on what? And you're heading to where? I'm like, hey, man, this is not a good look, gentlemen. It's not a good look. That's why when I first joined the platform, IP, let me cut this short because I know probably somebody else is calling in. That's why when I joined the platform the first time, IP, remember what I said, especially to the younger brothers, brothers like Jay Takashi, Kingu, when you guys are traveling, try to hit up the universities. Do you understand what I'm saying? I went to an Ivy League school. So for me personally, I'm not going to be dating a regular girl. I'm looking for the best of the best. I'm looking for a girl who's making either more money than me or the same amount of money than me. And I found her. I targeted my girl. I knew that she was, she went to Columbia. Her parents were basically, Fortune 500. They were multimillionaires. And, I knew that ahead of time. Because why? Because that's what we're taught when we're growing up. You're taught to look for the best woman because women are taught to look for the best man. Don't just go after any woman. So when you boys travel, that's why I said in the beginning, when you guys travel to these countries, go to the schools, go to the top universities, mingle with these students. That's why I appreciate when you brought Taisha up here. Imagine going to Costa Rica. You go into Costa Rica and you meet Taisha. Taisha is 2 years away from being what? A dentist. She's already making 6 figures in another country. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it works. Yeah, you meet top women. Don't just go around because some girl sent you a picture on Facebook with a big butt and, she's really pretty. You boys got to be very, very careful how you're going to operate. You boys got to be very careful, man. We got to stay safe. But listen, IP, thank you so much, man. And Tony, you guys, please reach out to Tony and ask some questions before you guys jump off. Before you guys just grab a passport and you fly down wherever you're going. Please be careful, man. Please, I beg of you, brothers. Please be careful, man.
Thanks for that,
bro,
J Bones.
J Bones, man, I really appreciate him coming on here saying that, brothers, because I've known a lot of guys, man, in the past that have gotten taken for a lot of money. And fortunately, knock on wood, I haven't had anybody get killed, but I've had a lot of people get rifted, man. And
yeah,
so
definitely, Tony. Yeah. Well, before you go ahead, Tony, IP in the what's his name in a Facebook group. There's actually a brother. I don't know what his name is, but if you could call up here, I don't know if he's watching, but he brought up a girl. He met up a girl on Tinder. He went down to Peru, met the girl for like 2 weeks, and then he brought the girl back here. As soon as he brought the girl back into JFK, he said it was probably less than 3 days. The girl just basically up and left him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens a lot. Brothers don't understand. Yeah, I get it. The foreign women thing is the way. Yes, we get it. But you brothers got to be very careful. You got to be very careful. Sorry about that, Tony. Go ahead.
No, J Bones. No, you're right, man. I'm glad you brought that up too, because that's what I'm saying, brothers. That happens. You'll get here. You'll think you're in a nice relationship. You went through all this paperwork. You got to go on the fiance visa, man. You're kicking it. And then you come home and you expecting a hot meal and you get nothing but a cold bed, notes, and the suitcase is gone. So yes, let's go on and do this. Let's go on and make this a public service announcement. That's what this is. Brothers, do not, never, ever go over and visit a woman in another country unless you video conference her. Give yourself some time to meet this woman. Get yourself some time to get to know her on that video. And then if you can, don't even go see her. See if she can come see you on your ground without you paying for it, if you want to really set that up. But if you're going to go there to see her, like J Bone said, stop by the embassy if it's a dangerous country, get that security guy with you, and then go meet up. This is serious, brothers. We do not need to be losing no brothers on this platform. We don't need nobody on our platform dying out there in the streets of Colombia or Costa Rica or some other country, man. We don't need the brothers up here dying. We don't need that.
Yep.
That's not what we're here for.
God forbid. I hope I never hear such sad news. Shout out to Jerry Bones for that monologue there. Very good information there, brothers. Shout out to Derek Featherstone for the $999 super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated, bro. Honestly, it's appreciated. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Frank Harris for the $10 super chat. It's called a setup. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Frank Harris, bro. Another regular supporter. Much appreciated, brother. Shout out to Volcanus for the $5 super chat. What's up, brother? Again, supporting the channel like he did yesterday. Thank you, bro. He says, salute Tokyo Tony and brother J Bones. IP is always showing and sharing the way. Yes, brother. Thank you, bro. I will always share valuable information. This platform here, we share important information. We have to share because, you know, sharing is caring. You know, we all we have, brothers. As we go SYSBM, as we lead the community in the US and in the UK, we are all that we got. So we must look after each other and we must have each other's backs. Shout out to Thomas Demihin for the £1.79 super chat. Foreign women need the MI6 need the MIC vetting process. Yes, indeed, that James Bond vetting process.
Yes, they do. MI6, baby.
Yes, indeed, brother. Shout out to Joshua Epps for the $499 super chat. He says, shout out to Jays. I really appreciate this platform / brotherhood. Get your passports and do your research. I'll be in Brazil in December. Yes, indeed, brother. I have many streams on Brazil on my channel. I hope you're soaking in the game. And also, brother, reach out to brothers in the Facebook group that have been there that can help you out and navigate your way in Brazil and show you the best spots, you know. Shout out to J Bone and shout out to Tony Berry. Let me bring in Mr. Sean Camp. How you doing, Sean Camp? You okay, brother?
What up, DC? What's
Hey,
up?
hey, what's up, Tony? And hey, IP. And what's going on, J Bones? How you
Hey,
making
Sean,
out,
how
IP?
are you?
I'm good,
How you doing,
man.
bro? You okay?
Good. Oh yes, man. I'm doing great. Just hey, man, man. This one right here. I was actually talking to Derek about this last week too. So, just to expand on what J Bone said, you guys can hit me up too. Been to a lot of South American countries, but you gotta be careful down there. So, I would say like you meet a girl, just vet her out, and I would, if you do want to go to those countries, I would not even tell them when I'm coming. Go down there, you know, check it out, because some girl can tell you to meet them in a messed up barrio, and then you done. So, or they can even get people to set you up at the airport. So I would not even tell them when I'm coming down. I'll just be like, you know, I'm here, but you most definitely gotta, that takes time. I would not even go see nobody without video conferencing. That's crazy.
Yeah,
And
Sean is
some
right, man. Sean is right, brother. Right on point with that, brother. You right on point.
and some guys like they, like Jay Bones was saying, they only talk to a girl for like a couple of weeks or a month and then just shoot right on down to these countries. Like, and some of them never even seen them on a video conference call. And if they can't video conference, that's a dead giveaway. And just to expand on what I was saying about the DR situation, IP, with two friends I know, they brought two women back from DR. One guy, his wife was only here for like 2 months. She called the police. He was at work, and she said he abused her. They went to
Oh,
court. Yeah, they went to court and everything. He, of course, the judge was like, "We throwing this out. We don't have no evidence." But this the thing. They actually had programs to help women because they got so-called battered women programs for foreign women. And that's why a lot of women are trying to say these guys abusing them because they can get the green card through that route. It happened to two of my friends who bought two Dominican chicks back. So guys, you really have to be careful. You really gotta vet these chicks. I mean, vet them hard, vet them for a year, just to see where they head at. And then what Tony was saying, um, about guys and the money. I met a good friend of mine from Australia and Thailand, like way back. And this guy, he's so nice. I mean, his name is Adam, but he literally sends money to these women he never met. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? But he got burnt one time. He brought a Thai lady back, married her, but he met her at a go-go bar, which was another foolish mistake. And then he married her, and then she was up. She got her citizenship in Australia, and then she was gone. And he still, like to this day, he still sends random women money, and it's just crazy that he never met. Yep. So that's some of the stuff I have to say. I don't want to take too much time before another caller calls in.
Thank you, Sean Camp. Much appreciated, brother. Message announcements for everyone. Please keep the comment section PG. Let's not go, too extreme on certain sensitive topics. I'm hearing about some other things that I don't want on my channel. I don't want that heat. So please keep it PG. Keep it about vetting foreign women only. Don't start bringing in other things, or else I'm going to start timing out people. I'll ask you to leave a comment. Okay, please, brothers, keep it PG. All right, let me bring in Jay Takashi. What's up, brother?
What's up, Jay? What's going
How
on?
you guys doing?
All good,
It's
bro.
going
How are
great,
you?
Tony. I'm doing pretty good. Yourselves?
We're good, brother. We're good. I'm just concerned for the brothers out there, man. Just concerned.
Yeah, and actually, I can actually bring up a story about this actually, because see, the thing is, I never got hook, line, and suckered, but she did FaceTime me. The difference was, and she was from the Philippines, by the way, because this actually relates to Theo's stream when you talk about Philippine women, about like the whole contacting things, because they will contact you. Please believe that, and try to FaceTime you to try to get you to get over there, or for you to come over there. So it was just like, I guess, a random like 2 to 3 weeks of her trying to talk to me and try to get me to go over there and things like that. And yeah, she did show me her face. That's good, because I don't respond to anybody who doesn't show their faces, because you're hiding behind a facade if you can't show your face to me, and that's already sketchy in my brain. So basically, yeah, we kept speaking for weeks, and then I realized the air was coming out crooked the way she was talking, and I just didn't entertain it no more, and I stopped talking to her altogether. So with the advice I want to spur on that you're trying to tell these young men right here, listen. If you have, I don't want to insult. If you have the mind that was given to you, please use it, and please vet that person with all intentions, because you're thinking with your other mind instead of the one that you have up here. Don't think with the bottom, think with the top, because that's necessary. It's a necessity for you to check out to see if she's even worth your time, let alone even worth building a family with. And you can't just go in willy-nilly. Learn how to run before you walk. You need to walk, vet her, no matter how long it takes, and you need to go in with the intent of seeing if she is worth your time. I'm going to repeat that again. Go in with the intent to make sure she is worth your time. If she is not, you bounce. You go on to the next one, and you find someone that is actually worth spending your time with. Because the last thing I need to hear from Tony and Theo and IP when they message me is that one of you boys got hurt, kidnapped, or worse, never heard from again, over like thinking with your other mind, because that is some of the most dangerous mindset to go into things like when it comes to traveling. And I've only traveled like twice, but I still have more traveling to do. So that's why I have a little bit of experience that I know to think with my brain instead of thinking with my bottom brain, because like I said, because this is real life. This is your life and your safety. So, and also I want to say this also, IP, this is also important too. Me, Tony, IP, J Bone, Sean, yeah, we all love women. We all know this, but here's the thing. You shouldn't just be going there to go for the women specifically. You should be going there to find out if you want to move out to this place one day in the future. Because the thing is, when I'm going in, because when I'm actually looking for a place to settle down at, not just simply with a woman, simply a place that gives me peace. Now, Tony and Theo have Japan already locked down on that for me, and that's been a place I wanted to live for the longest time. I'm not going there simply because of the ladies there. I'm going there because those people have peace over there. That's what I'm striving for. I am not striving just to see pretty women. And that's the end of it. No, you got it all twisted, son. Because a lot of y'all are young cats, and I understand that. But you got to go on with the intent of a future and a plan. This is what every young man needs: a plan. Don't go, like I said, don't jump into the fire without having a plan set up, because that is some of the most stupidest and destructive mindset to go into something like that. But I think I've hammered it down. Tony's hammered it down, and IP and J Bones have narrowed it down, and Sean Kemp, you narrowed it down. So, brothers, please be safe. Go on with a smart mind, and also go within the intention of utilizing your time safely and appropriately.
I want to say something for a minute. I'm looking at the comments. I don't usually look at comments, but looking at Aaron B. You know, Aaron B, you need to chill out, brother. Because here's the thing. You throwing this Team Latina stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with no Team Latina, nothing. This is some serious business. We talking about brothers that might be getting killed out here. All right? And matter of fact, you're in front of me right now. I looking straight in your face and tell you to chill the hell out, brother. You need to chill out. Because this is some serious. We up here doing a serious platform. We talking about saving people's lives here. I don't even want to see you up on this platform anymore if you're going to keep acting like that. Yeah. All right, because this is some serious news. We serious up in here. Brother, about ready to get killed out there, brother.
Yeah.
Aaron B, I'm gonna put you on timeout. On there. Think about.
And I'm in Washington State. You want to come out? You know where I'm at. I'm in Washington State. You know where I'm at. But we ain't got time for this game. We ain't got time for these games, brother. We don't have time for games. And you better bring something with you when you come across state lines, because we ain't got no time for these games. There's some serious lines here. Brothers about ready to get killed up out here.
Apologies for that, Tony. I put Aaron B on timeout there. I don't know what he was doing there. You know, brothers, please be serious, brothers. You know, I don't know what Aaron B is doing. Apologies for that, Tony. I know.
I mean, you know, Aaron B, he's all right, but you know, I'm gonna call a brother out when they say something dumb like that. I'm gonna call him out, man. We ain't got time. Jay Takeshi got up here, J Bones, Sean Kent, they're up here giving their opinions about, their view, because these are facts that they're speaking about what's going on, and we up here on a serious platform. We don't need nobody breaking the mold right now. This is serious. This is a public announcement here, brothers. This is some serious stuff here. Brothers could get killed up here. You know, I was in the Air Force 12 years. I never lost nobody. I ain't losing nobody now.
It's what's his name? Hold on for a second, IP. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Hold on. Shout out to Volcanoes for the $10 super chat. He says Brazilian women prefer you stay in Brazil with them. Now it could be bad, but for the most part, I hear great things from brothers that settle there. Also from my observations when I was there. All right, thanks for that, Volcanoes, bro. Thank you, bro, again for supporting the channel, bro. Let me say one thing, brothers, right? The way you would treat your hood in your neighborhood, you know, the worst hood areas, like, you know, treat it how you would go abroad. Like you wouldn't go to certain places in your neighborhood because, you know, a bunch of gangbangers are there. They might run up on you and rob you. Treat it the same way you would do abroad. You know, do your research, vet the community, go online. What's the worst places to meet women, the worst places to go to, and then go on from there. Don't just travel with willful ignorance. You know, do your research, brothers. You know, go to the best spots, hire out the best hotels or the best resorts. And brothers, please get your money up, man. Why do you think I have so many financial streams on my channel right now? I'm giving you avenues for side hustles, for career opportunities, because money is important. You know, Theo WAF is able to afford to go to best hotels because guess what, brothers? Safety is very important. Safety is very important. Your life and your health is very important. That comes first. All right. So, brothers, please look after yourselves. You know, maneuver in a safe way and go forth and be great, bro. Aaron B, I put you in the naughty corner for 5 minutes. Please, bro, be serious, brother. You know, your UK brother. You know, but sometimes you go off a bit. Be serious, bro. This is a very serious stream. Like Tony said, lives are at stake here. So please be serious, everyone, brothers. Let me bring in Derek Taylor real quick. How you doing, Derek?
We got a story to tell. You got
What's
a story
going
to
on,
tell, brother.
brothers?
What's
What's
up,
going
D?
on?
Hey,
How's it
The
going,
What's going on,
Andy?
infamous
bro?
Dirk. The infamous Dirk.
the day
Tony,
in the house.
Tony
That's
B,
Chicago, baby. What's
Jacob
up?
Kashi, Sean Camp, my boy Jay Bones. We got them all in the house. Nice,
In
nice.
the house.
So, Tony, you spit it all, brother. You spit mad knowledge just now. So that's, and especially the last couple of weeks, what we've been sharing. Same with Sean. We've been sharing some major intel that I've experienced with Tinder. And I will share some of this with you guys because you guys need to know exactly what's happening.
I'm putting
And this
myself
is
on mute for this dog.
this is boots on the ground right here, brothers. This is boots on the ground. Now, mind you, I'm from Chicago, so I know the game. I know, how people play each other. I know what's going on with all that. So, I have my head on a swivel all the time. So, somebody can't pull something like that on me. So here's what happened. So I jumped on Tinder and I met this Asian woman. She was about 33 years old, very, very attractive. And she was, I believe she was Chinese. And I was actually searching in the Vancouver area. So she happened to be, I think she was in Victoria, Vancouver. And so, we're chopping it up on Tinder for, I would say maybe a good 20, maybe 15 minutes before she immediately wanted to go to WhatsApp. So that's another thing, brothers. Let me tell you this. If somebody wants to immediately take it to WhatsApp, something's going on. Because the people behind Tinder, they monitor certain things. You can report them. Those are a lot of things you can do, but you can't do that with WhatsApp. WhatsApp keeps all that information secure and it's between you and that person. So as far as that knowledge getting out, it will never happen. So, anyways, we took it to WhatsApp, and so I'm talking to this, female just through text for a little bit, and we're exchanging, messages and talking about, what she does. By the way, so here's her deal. She works for Goldman Sachs. She's a investment banker, so she's making big, big, serious income. She lives in Victoria, Vancouver. She has a penthouse in New York City. She drives a Lamborghini Aventador. Okay. She drives a G63. By the way, she showed me pictures of, but none of the pictures were with her in it. Another flag. Like I said, by the end of, okay, I will just say this now. By the end of this discussion, you will see so many red flags over the place, it's on fire. And that's what you need to pay attention to. Because when you see a lot of red flags popping up here and there, you know something's up. And you have to go with that gut instinct. Because right away, so far what I've told you is too good to be true, right? It's too good to be true. So, so anyways, we're talking about, just a lot of different things. And I'm waiting for the catch. I'm waiting for her to throw the scam out there, but it's not happening because what she was doing is she was building that trust. She was building that friendship because she would always say, we're friends, right? We're starting to become friends. And it's like, sure. Yeah, we're friends. And mind you, I would get a prompt 7 o'clock wake up call with this girl, right? 7 o'clock. She texts me every single day, promptly. How are you doing? Good morning, this and that. Long story short, fellas, I don't want to bore you with this whole story, but she, so we got to the point where, we're talking more about her business. We're talking more about what she does. She kind of knew what I did. I shared a little bit of information. I never divulged everything over there. And by the way, okay, we're in day 2. I'm asking her to video conference with me so we can, see each other. She never wanted to do that. She said, I'm Asian and we take things slow. Now, Tony did back that up. We were talking about that and he said sometimes Asian women will, they want to move a little slower. They're very reserved. So I kind of, thought about that. And I'm like, hey, listen, let's just pop on a quick call, just to hear the voice, just to see the face. You could pop off, no big deal. I called her, no answer, crickets. So, so she texts me back. I'd rather text, and if you don't mind, I mean that's just the way I am. So, anyways, we're talking about her business, and she's telling me about how she's making millions of dollars for these cats, and she's repping a lot of big wig people, right? She's a big investment banker. She has a penthouse in New York. And I'm like, okay, so if you're making all this money for these people, I mean, where are you meeting them? She's like, oh, I meet them at mixers. She sends me a picture of her and Warren Buffett, right? Her and Warren Buffett, just to kind of seal that deal a little bit more. And I'm thinking like, wow, okay, wait a minute now. Warren Buffett, how'd she pull this one off? Damn, that's pretty damn good. But, you know, I mean, it could have been Photoshop. Who knows? Anyways, so I get that. And she's like, you know, I've got this big investments. What did she say? She called it a new offering that's happening next week. Our top Goldman Sachs analysts have been working on this for the last 6 months. And this will bring 20 to 50% return, guaranteed. 20 to 50% return. I'm thinking like, whoa, that's pretty damn good. I'm just playing with this woman. I already know what's going on. So so she's like, yeah, I just need a small investment. If you want to invest, you open up your own brokerage account. You don't go through me, which makes it even more enticing. See, you think automatically the scam is going to come when she wants you to open up something with her. But here's the kicker. She will ask you to open up your own brokerage account. She will give you the actual symbol to invest in, knowing that, you know, they may follow it for a little bit just to kind of see what the temperature of that stock is. And they know that it may go up a little bit more the next day. So I said, you know what? I'm going to invest maybe $1,000. She's like, oh, no. You need to go more than that. These are big, big, big offerings. I said, okay, how about 200K? She's like, yeah, that's about what you want to do. I said, you know what? I was talking to my boy too. He might, and I was talking about Tony. I was like, he'll probably throw another 250 in, so we'll make it an even 500,000. She's like, yes, you'll make a lot of money on that. So I'm like, okay, so if we do that, you know, what do you get out of this? And she was like, well, I just get a small commission, so you can just give me 2% commission on what you make, and you know, I have paperwork that you can sign, and you can just send that over. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds really good. All right, yeah, I like that idea. I mean, come on, guys. You know, she ain't working with no new kind of dumb here. You know what I mean? I knew her game, so I'm just playing along with her. So I'm like, you know what? And she's like, okay, you get excited because this is gonna happen tomorrow. So, you know, we still haven't videoed. I'm like, okay. So the next day rolls around and she's calling me up like normal, clockwork. And I'm asking her, you know, so you ready to do this? She's like, yeah, I've got the stock. Did you make the deposit yet? I'm like, I've got 500K sitting here waiting to deposit right now. And she's like, okay, wow, you're going to be so excited. We're going to go. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped one important thing. She wanted to take me skiing, right? She wanted to take me on a ski trip in Salt Lake City, all expensive. She shows me pictures. She sends me video footage of her actually skiing down the slopes. You know, so we're talking about skiing because I ski too. And I'm like, you know, I want to go skiing. I probably want to ski on the backside of a bowl. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, she didn't even know what that meant. And I was like, yeah, and I'll probably move on to hella skiing because that's my next gig is to go hella skiing. And we were talking about that, and she asked me, so what's your level of skiing? I'm like, well, if I want to go hella skiing, that should tell you my level of skiing. If you're going to drop me off in a helicopter on the backside of uncharted territory, you should obviously know what type of skier I am. So anyways, we're talking about this IP or this stock offering, right? And I said, I'm ready to do this, but there's one question. I got to see your face. We got a video chat right now. Let's see who you are. She's like, I gotta move on this. I gotta do this now. I'm like, all right, well, I'm out. Just like Shark Tank. I'm like, I'm out. You know what she does? 5 seconds later, I hear my phone is blowing up, and it's her. It's her. And at first, it starts out with her showing me footage of all of her computers and her financial stuff on the computers, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then she shows me her face. She shows me about this much of her face. And then I'm like, okay, let's see the rest of you. So she flashed her normal face, and I started snapping, fellas. I started snapping those pics. And you know what? I'm gonna show you guys what she looks like.
Yeah, I got
Because
that picture too, brother.
I think you deserve to see this chick, all right? In case you run into her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And
She's a pretty girl, though.
She ain't too bad. Yeah, pretty girl, isn't she? She ain't too bad.
That's her.
Damn.
Oh wait, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a
actually
pretty girl.
really cute. Yeah. My
Yeah,
good
she's a
age,
pretty girl,
brothers,
brother.
there's some crazy
Okay.
scams being run in these apps, man. Damn.
It was unreal. And here's the kicker, guys. Here's the big one right here. Let me show you this one.
Ooh.
But you know, she got upset, and she got upset because
You called her
she
out.
wasn't. Yeah, because I called her out. Here she is again.
That's her.
Warren Buffett. That was
Yep.
photoshopped, doesn't it? Was that real?
It is total photoshopped. Exactly.
Yeah, because you can see the light. The light's different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I thought,
And
yeah.
so, you know, and then so I mean, I called her out, and as soon as I didn't want to invest, you know, I said, you know what, I'm good. I'm set financially. You know, I just want to get to know you. That's actually all I want to really know is you. And she's like, well, you know, I mean, gosh, you know, you made me start this paperwork on this and da 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 da. And I'm like, you know what? Go kick rocks. So I hung up on her, and then she's like, you know, she's trying to blow me up again, and I mean, it was just crazy, brothers. But you know, the moral of the story is you always have to video. You always have to do that, and even if they do that, still, you still have to get to know these chicks because they're good. They're
Yup.
really good. She did her homework. She knew exactly what she was doing. You know, she honed in on, you know, asking the right questions. She wanted to test the level of your worth, your net worth. And here, I'll show you something real quick that I show her that probably got her attention going too. By the way, here, let me see. So I show her this picture,
Oh, the car,
and
the nice car behind
That's the
you.
car he used to own. Yep. Mhm.
this is me in front of my BMW i8. And
Ooh.
and then she was like salivating at the mouth when she saw that, and she's like, "Oh, I think you can really make a lot of money with us." And you know, I'm like, you know what? I want to see when I come up to Vancouver in January. I want to come check you out in Victoria. You can take me around. She's like, maybe we'll go out for coffee.
Oh,
But
man.
anyways, fellas, that's my story, you know. And right now she's still trying to blow me up here and there. Yeah, what's up, Tony?
No, and you forgot to mention this, brother. I know because you was getting on this. He even had me have my wife look at the picture of this female to see, because you know,
Yes.
remember he sent me a couple pictures of her, right? And then my wife was looking, and I was looking, and my wife would say, "Okay, babe, look at this. That's this girl." And my wife said, "That don't look like the same picture, the one that she had at Warren Buffett and the one that you showed with the rounded nose." So I'm looking
Yep.
at her too. I'm like, I think that's the same woman. I just think that she gained a little bit of weight in this later picture that you've seen her on the video, right?
Exactly.
But here's what I want to add in there, brothers. This is me and Derek. Derek told me about this story, and I know he told about Sean Kemp. And I immediately got in there and I said, look, next time you talk to her, say, hey, you got a partner that'll be investing $250,000, right? So what I'm getting at is this. We got to help each other out, brothers. When we see people up in here having this type of situation, let's go on and play tag up there. Let's go on and get on there and just try to mess it up, mix it up with them and see how real they really are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to leave Derek out there hanging by himself. I know he can handle himself. He's from Chi-Town. He can handle it. But I wanted to have some fun with this. I was like, wait a minute, man. Let's see what's up with this girl. You know, because okay, well, look, I got 250. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I mean, man. And see, here's the way the algorithm works. And I was telling this to Derek. Derek's a high value male, which is apparent, right? The algorithm, what Tinder does, and what they do is they comb the entire social media networks. And they see Derek. They might see a picture that he let get by that he didn't make private. They might have seen a couple words that he put up on Facebook or Instagram or something. And then this person on the other side, this Taiwanese, because she's Taiwanese, I can tell by her nose. And
Yep.
the thing is, this Taiwanese girl, she's looking at all these algorithms too. She already looking at you, but she's already combing social media herself to get more info. Now the screens, hell, I can throw screens up and put numbers on them. Just open up 3 different platforms.
Exactly.
Okay, look, I'm an investment broker with Goldman Shizow. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, you know, right now she's still reaching out, but I'm just playing around with her right now because right now she's my toy.
yeah.
She's
And
my
I told
toy.
Derek, I said, Derek, you should hit that just for the spite.
She's my toy.
Is she even in Vancouver, Derek? She might be spoofing a location from like China. Is she even from Vancouver?
Right. Who knows? I mean, that's the thing. Nobody knows what's going on. She could be hell, she could be around the block. She could be in my own hometown. Who knows? You know? But the thing is they take their time and they do a really good job. They do a great job. And I met another girl too on Tinder. And this girl immediately video conference, which I was really surprised about. It was just for a little bit. And then she's like, I just wanted to make sure you're real and this and that. Long story short, with this one, she was kind of interesting. She called me up one day and she's like, yeah, you know, what are you doing? I'm like, just working. And she's like, I'm here with my friend and she's a nurse. And so she's like, do you want to see? I'm like, yeah. So she shows me a video of her friend in the background. Looked like she's performing surgery on somebody. She's probably taking somebody's appendix out. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Taking the liver, man. That's an organ transplant center. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Human
gosh.
trafficking, man. They stealing everything off you.
That's exactly what I thought. She was literally in the background taking somebody's organs out or something, you know. And so I snapped a picture of her, and here's what she looks like.
Okay. Oh my! Another Asian thing.
Exactly, fellas. So here's the thing. Here's what I found out. There's an Asian scam thing going on, and here it is right here.
I put the link up in the chat too, brother. I just put that link up in there.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. I'll throw it in comments too. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you pull up Tinder scams, this will pop up.
That'll pop up.
And it's an investment scam. It's what everybody's doing right now. So, and they can be in any country, you know, typically they'll have about 2 or 3 pictures up. You know, like I said, they'll avoid video conference at all measures. They will avoid that as long as they can, unless they really have to do it. And when they really have to do it, it'll be quick. It'll be quick.
Hey,
so watch yourself, brothers.
Remember that brother you talked to in Montreal a few weeks ago, John Charles, the brother you talked to in Montreal?
Oh yeah.
I schooled him too. Right after I talked to Derek, I said, "Hey, brother, watch out for these people in these apps." I know he's heavy into the crypto, and so he appreciated what I said. He just texted me. I got to check it out what he's saying. But another thing that these do, and I think Derek, I already told Derek this, and it's on the link I sent you. What they do is they get you to download an app that's like a fake app, and then they get you to open up an account with that app, and they get you, it looks legit, and they get you to drop money in that app. And you dropping money, and next you know, it just disappears. Your account just disappears. And you along with your monies. You see what I'm saying? So this is some pretty serious. And that's what I said earlier when people were trying to joke around about this. We up here serious, brother. We trying to keep brothers from getting killed and getting ripped off.
Serious. This is serious. Organ sales, all that stuff is very serious. And it doesn't take long. I mean, you'll wake up on a sofa and you're bleeding out because somebody just took your appendix out and they've got it on ice and they're out of there. So, you know, it's you got to watch it when you're traveling.
And black organs are the best.
What's that? Black organs. That's right.
Black organs are in the highest demand. Black organs, man, are in the highest demand. We got the strongest. They're looking for us.
Yeah, and I always follow this rule. Hold on, brothers. Shout out to Jay Bones. You know, he says hit the like button, hit the Cash App, hit the super chat. Let's go support the channel. Brothers, support this channel, man. How many other channels are this diverse in their content? I'll give you content about women, about finances, about vetting women abroad, about living a great life, about career advice, support what I'm doing, brothers. You know, hit the cash app, hit the super chat, much appreciated, brothers. I want to make one point as well, brothers. Never get drunk when you go abroad. Never even drink. Avoid drinking and always have a sober mindset.
Yeah.
Do not ever get drunk in a foreign country. I don't care if you can speak their language. Always be aware and please hit the gym. Get some muscles up, you know, get bigger, get stronger, be vigilant, but never ever get drunk and don't do drugs. Always maintain a very vigilant, sober mindset. Please, brothers.
And
Please.
don't drink out of an open glass. Always keep
Yes.
your eye on your glass.
Yes, bro.
And here's
Well,
something that's going on, and if any of you brothers are headed towards Colombia, I heard of it's called Devil's Breath, and what these women do is they can either put it, I believe it's powder or cream form. They can put it in your drink, or they can rub it on their chest or areas where they know your face will be. And what happens is what this does is it will
It's a
you
hallucinogen. It's like a
that's right.
hallucinogen. Yeah.
But you're completely awake, you know what's going on, but it's like you're under their spell. So whatever they ask you to do, you're gonna do it.
Damn.
It's mind blowing, and this is from a flower that grows in Colombia right now.
It's
And
incredibly what do you call it? They do it. It's something that's been happening in Africa for a very long time. That's why when you
yes,
did when you did the stream for Ethiopia, I
mhm,
wasn't around. I was watching it because at the time I was actually getting ready to hop on a plane, but I couldn't get a chance to call in. I was trying to explain to the brothers when it comes to the African side, gentlemen, under no circumstances ever eat anything that an African woman cooks you. Never. If you met her the first time in your life, because the game is, oh well, I want to show you my cooking skills. No, I'm okay. Let's just go to Burger King. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, boys, right now, it's some
Yep.
strange stuff. We don't say other people's YouTube channels here, but I know everybody has saw what happened about that. The brother who went to Colombia,
yep,
and somebody hit him with the devil's breath, and he got
yep,
robbed, and basically he was just walking around the streets butt naked over there in Medellin.
yep.
So you guys really keep safe out here. Yeah, continue, Derek.
Well, and that's exactly it, Jay. I mean, it's real shit, guys. And like I said, they don't have to put it in your drink or your food. They can rub it all over their body. So now you have to pretty much make them take a shower, you know? So it's just crazy. You just have to know who you're dealing with, really. Bottom line.
and
And
you need
here's
to
one other thing.
go on,
Real
Derek.
quick, here's one other thing, and I'm just gonna bounce back to that Tinder moment. Tinder moment. That sounds funny.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna bounce back to that really quick. All right, guys, you know what caliber of woman we were just talking about, right? She's an investment banker for Goldman Sachs. She drives an Aventador. She drives a G63. She's basically a high value woman. What is she doing on Tinder?
Mm.
Exactly.
What is she
Yeah.
doing on Tinder?
Yes.
And I asked her that, and she's like, oh well, it's hard to meet people out. And I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody of your stature, somebody of your caliber, you're at galas, you're at networking events, you're at mixers where you just met Warren Buffett. There are
And she's
plenty of guys,
Asian. Plenty of
and
guys
she's
would like
Asian.
that. And she's Asian. They be all
Exactly.
over that.
Yep.
You're driving
True.
a Lamborghini. You're in a different affluent level. Why are you on Tinder?
Mm.
Now, I
Enough
do want to
said
say
right there.
one thing about Vancouver area. They do have a lot of fine Chinese girls driving the Mercedes-Benz C-Series,
Yes,
C-Class.
C63.
Pretty, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of some of them without them G's. Anybody can get a C-Class, but not anybody can get a G.
Yeah,
Mm.
and that's what
True.
Uncle Me good he said up in he said a lot of them are driving G's up there in Vancouver and Victoria, and that's what kind of made this story sound so real.
Mhm.
You know, shit, I thought I hit the jackpot for a good
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah.
5 minutes. That's all it was, just 5 minutes.
Thanks for that, brothers. Let me bring in Bilari and Camel. Before I bring in that new caller, I want to say, brothers, it's very important to mess with high value women. No, I'm not too big on going to poor areas and trying to get women from there. Like Jay Bones said, Jay Bones is giving good intel there. Go to university areas where good universities where women are studying. You know, there are some feminine, studious women that you can find all around the world. You know, go for women that have things going for them. You know, don't be going for these chicks that have nothing, that have to support their family, blah blah blah. No, I'm not a sponsor. I'm sorry, but I'm not that kind of dude. You know, go for a chick that comes from a good family, has money. If she's not rich, does she have something going on for herself? Is she working towards a business, towards a career? Look for women like that. You know, there are women like that, like Jay Bones said. Go for respectable women. You know, let me bring in Valeri Kermel. And brothers, be respectful in the live stream chat. What is she doing? You know, be very respectful. Don't disrespect our live stream guests, or I will start timing out people. Okay. All right. Let me bring in. That's directly towards you, Robert Curdon, because you said, "What is she doing on Tinder and why you?" You know, Derek Taylor has a right to be on Tinder, so let's be respectful here. Okay. All right. What's
Oh,
up, Valeri?
by the way, IP, the reason I was on Tinder, I wasn't looking for anybody, by the way. I wanted to see what the different areas were like and what kind of women are in those areas.
Hmm.
So trust me, I've got a lot of high value women that I'm
Yeah.
working on right now, and all these cats know that.
Yeah,
Oh
Derek
yeah,
don't need to be looking on for the
yeah.
women. Trust me.
Tony and IP knows that. And there's a stream coming up about one of them right away, too. So there you
Yeah,
go.
I can verify Derek Taylor. He's a solid brother. I respect him a lot. Shout out
I'm
to Neil
glad.
Gut. What was that?
Oh,
What was
sorry,
that?
sorry about
J Bones?
sorry. Yeah, I was saying I'm glad Derek Taylor actually pointed that out. That's very good too. I'm glad you
Yeah,
pointed it
it
out
is.
because here's the thing. I've been out the game for so long, IP. I'm not quite familiar with all these new apps and stuff like that because when I met my girl, we were in college. You know, at the time, we happened to meet at a neutral location at Princeton, and I've been out the game for so long, and we dated, and we know, unfortunately, you know, certain things with her family, we dropped off and we got back together, but I never used the apps before. So I'm starting to see that there's a lot of problems going on the app. So you guys just really be careful. You know, understand what I'm saying? You guys be careful with this app stuff. And like I said, before you boys grab that passport and you head out, Derek is around, Tony Berry's around, Theo's around. Give IP a call and confirm first. You know, it's looking through a text message. I can look through some of these dudes in college. I'd be looking through the text message and I'm like, yo, this girl's bad news. That's it. I can just look at the text message and say this girl's bad news. So you boys really keep your head on a swivel. The reason why I go so hard about the safety thing, guess what? We are on high stock for black men. Confirmation is there. 64% are middle income. And then guess what? The majority of us don't have any children. So guess what? As IP says, the women in society, doesn't matter which country, they are checking for brothers heavy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you boys be careful out there, man.
And they know the
Thanks, Fred.
numbers more than we do. They know the numbers more than these women in the States do. They know more
Mm.
about us.
They know more. They know more than Keisha's do. They
Yep.
pay attention. Yeah, some of these women in different countries, they know that brothers are doing incredibly well. They know that brothers are doing incredibly well. I mean, I just found out a couple of days ago, IP. I mean, you live over there in England. It will shock you. 250,000 of Nigerians that live here in America are bringing in more income than the average white household. Just 250,000. Just
Wow.
250,000. Yeah, not even a lot. Just 250,000 of Nigerian men who live in America are bringing in more income than the average white household. So guess what, brothers? The stock is really high for us right now. So you boys be careful when you jump out there. Be very, very careful, man. They are checking for brothers heavy, but that doesn't mean that you're just going to jump out there. You better have a bulletproof vest on and look like John Rambo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Bones for that.
Or James Bond.
Shout out to Neil Gotti for the $4.99 super chat. He says IP speaking facts. Thank you, bro. Derek Taylor, Tony Berry, and the rest of the panel are speaking facts as well, brother. Much appreciated for the super chat, Neil Gotti. I'll give you a call very soon on IG, bro. But shout out to you, bro. Let me bring in Valeri Kermel for being very patient. How you doing, Valeri?
Peace, brothers. Can you hear me? Am I clear?
We
Loud
got
and
you,
clear,
brother. What's up,
brother.
Larry? We got you.
Yeah.
man.
Salute IP, salute Senpai, and the rest of the brothers.
Thanks, brother.
And I just want to co-sign a lot of what the our elders here and some of our mates here have been saying. So, like I said in the previous stream, my background is like, I was in Hungary, I studied there, then later on was into student recruiting. So I saw every year foolishness that some brothers do, and basically what the brothers have been saying is very true. We are the only ones that don't know that the whole world knows more about us than we do about ourselves. Don't
Mm.
ever think because maybe you're from some African country, Caribbean, or a poor country, people know. you know Wherever you are, if you're outside of Africa or if you're wherever in the West, they know how you got there. Either you went there by scholarship, you're upper middle class, or whatever. And also another point about the apps is especially things like plenty of fish, tagged, and the others. I'll try to post in the group some of the normal ones where a lot of these scams happen. At least Tinder is not as bad as those other ones because they have many tricky ways of getting into your pockets. And just I even like made a quick list of stuff, so if it's okay I will run through them if it's okay with you, IP.
That's fine, bro. Go on.
Yeah, so like one of the thing is remain in your level. If you're coming from a home, both your parents are educated, have something, even if you guys are not rich, don't go abroad and go dumpster diving. You know, you find yourself wherever, maybe in Eastern Europe or Asia or whatever. If you're a college kid, deal with a girl from there. Don't go try to pick the girl that works in McDonald's. You don't know, maybe she's come from the countryside, lives in the ghetto, who her brother is, maybe some pookie over there. You're gonna get in trouble. At least go try to even shoot up, because among the things that I observe, for example, like in Hungary, is you find a girl from a regular home, or even she doesn't come from money. You're studying a decent course, she will stick with you, help you through your education, cook and take care of you. That's how a lot of the brothers end up getting married there, move to UK or US, while the other black chicks were looking down on them because they're fellow student. But the local girls, they planned ahead, you know and also, if you're dealing with any girl, she sends you any picture, do a Google search. Whatever she's saying, like Senpai Tony was saying, take notes. From casual conversation, she mentioned friend, family, whatever. Look her up. Look if she mentioned her brother. Just Google search these things. Your social media, try to protect some stuff. Don't, if your Facebook profile is open, don't leave it way open that she can, she or sometimes it might not be her. She might know somebody. Oh, I really met this foreign guy, her friend, her cousin. They might be dubious, they might be the ones to set you up. you know and if you're going somewhere for a short period of time, it's totally different than if you're going extended. You're going there to work, to live for extended period of time, you definitely move differently. If you're going there as a tourist, if it's me, I might, maybe if I'm supposed to meet some girl or whatever, I might book myself maybe some few days in a hotel, later on Airbnb, but she won't know about it. Like one of the brothers was saying, don't let people know when you're coming. Just let them just see that you're already on ground. And if possible, do a search, because where you least expect that somebody from your own background is there, they might be there. Are there other people from your home country or from your culture? Look them up. Are they doing something responsible there? Oh yeah, okay, we have a good image. Oh, let me hit one of them up. Yo, bro, what's up? I'm coming to visit. How are things? Should I get you something from home? Stuff like that. Establish connections. They might be the ones to tell you, okay, look, these are the red flags, these are the do's and don'ts, these are dangerous areas. Because if you're just going to do what the youngsters do, be arrogant and think, you're, I don't know, black Superman, you just do your thing anyhow, you will end up finding yourself, in a bad situation. You know,
Okay.
and like I said, try to learn about the culture of whoever you're going to meet beforehand. Their own people have their do's and don'ts. They have what their own men will not accept. Don't end up being, you know, crimson pill for for the, what do you call it, for the queens, and then being blue pill for, for the locals.
Mm.
That's another thing. Let me just stop here, because I could ramble on for a while. I will read the letter later if I get the chance to come in.
That's a good point, Blur. I like that last point. Don't treat Western and foreign women different. The way you treat foreign women and vet them. Sorry, the way you treat Western women and vet them, do the same for foreign women too. I definitely agree with that, bro. Shout out to Chris Pierrot for the £7.35 cash app. He says, I respect the grind from Mr. Chill in the chat. What's up, Mr. Chill? Thank you, bro, for supporting the channel. Much appreciated, bro. I'm happy that it's helping out brothers all around the world. that watch this channel and get edified and knowledgeable on many topics that we discuss. Yeah, Blurry, good points there. I definitely agree. And brothers, do your research. This is why the channel is here. This is why I have literally 5 hour streams on one country, 4 hour streams, because I'm getting you brothers ready. When you travel, you can navigate the good things and the bad things regarding that country you go to, brothers. It ain't no 20-minute video. It ain't no 10-minute video. It's 5 hours of solid intel, So you can't say IP didn't prepare me properly. IP did that. I've given you all you need, brothers, to when you go to Philippines, Thailand, Costa Rica, Canada, you are well set, And yeah, and like Balari said, don't treat Western women and foreign women differently. Treat them the same. Do your vetting, check the whole facts. Look into her background, see how she moves, and all will be well with you, brothers. You want to say something, Derek Taylor? I saw you on mute yourself.
No, I'm good. I wasn't muted at first, so I just muted myself.
Oh, okay.
Can
Thanks
I
for that,
add some
Derek.
more IP, if I may?
Hold on, brother. Brothers, feel free to call in. There's still some space on the live stream panel. And again, brothers, hit the cash app, hit the super chats, hit the like button to support the channel. If you are new to this channel through this live stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell to always, so you never miss a post, upload, or live stream from me and this channel. Carry on, Bilari. Go on, bro.
Okay, so like I was saying, if you have to obviously be very security conscious. If you're going to another country, you have Western currency, try to not carry it around with you. Have the local currency. If, for example, they have denominations in tens and twenties and thousands, don't be going around with the biggest denomination, because you're obviously making yourself appear, how will I say, like a mark. Have the regular currency that everybody use. If people are going around with, I don't know, hundreds, 200s, and tens, don't be going around with 5,000 and 10,000. And wherever
Yeah.
you're staying, if there's a security box, have it and use it. Don't let anyone know, oh, this is where I keep my valuables. And I always try to have more than one phone. You can have maybe a bigger or most expensive one. Let nobody see that one. You can have another one that, in case maybe you got clumsy, you lose it, you're not going to freak out. And also, definitely your ATMs and things like that, you keep them hidden. And
make sure
definitely, if you're going for like a short period of time, avoid those who specifically want to date foreigners. Because if
Good
I'm
point.
going to stay there for a long time, I'll figure all these things out. Like, look at the streams that the brothers did about Japan. They gave you solid intel, because if you're going to be there for a long time, you can literally pick out the nuances. But since you're going to be there maybe 2-3 weeks, you don't have that much time, unless you're fortunate enough to meet with the brothers from your own culture, or another fellow brothers from everywhere that are boots on the ground, that might give you intel. But if not, just make sure you're a tourist. You're not going to be, domiciled there for a while, so you have to move differently.
Very true. And make sure you try to blend in to the environment. Don't stick out like a sore thumb. Like if I was going to somewhere in Africa, there ain't no way I'm going to wear a flashy suit and walk down the streets, look like a king and showing myself to be some high value man. I would dress like them. But if I was in Canada, of course I'll wear a suit, because Canada is a rich country. So I would blend in with what people wear to make sure that I don't stick out like a sore thumb. Brothers, make sure you humble yourself in these countries. Yes, you're a lot more richer than these third world countries, but again, be humble, be vigilant, be smart about how you move and make your moves there, and you should be all right. And of course, never get drunk. You can drink, but make sure you hold your drinks at all costs. No one gives you drinks. You have your own drinks. You hold it every time you walk around, and never ever get drunk or do drugs. Always be vigilant and aware of your surroundings. That's very important, brothers. Let me move on to the next. So if no one's calling in, shout out to Balari Kerma. Put yourself on mute, brother. Great points there, brother. Let me roll it back to J Bones. You want to say something, bro?
Yeah, IP. I'm really glad you said what you just said. I remember when I was in Zimbabwe, and we were leaving the hotel, and one of the guys at the hotel pulled me back, and he said, "Hey, this is not, this ain't New York City. You're walking into an environment, everybody's wearing slippers. I don't know why you got on Air Force Jordans." You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you're over here wearing a Michael Jordan jersey with a bright red sneakers with Michael Jordan shoes on. Nah, but go back and change. And if everybody's wearing a dashiki, you're wearing a dashiki. That's how you're supposed to be operating. Some of these boys are traveling overseas, and you got on a. I quite remember this was I think when we were in Czech Republic. One of the brothers that we traveled with. This is when I was in college. He had a Bulgari watch, and the lady at the hotel was like, "You don't want to wear that outside. You don't want to wear stuff like that outside. You don't want to, unless you guys are going to the art museum or something like that. But you guys are going onto a college campus. Anything can happen. So you guys have got to be very safe. And the most important thing I've been telling you brothers all the time, do not assume that you're going into some of these third world countries. So you're going to be running around pretending that you're better than them. That's why I told you brothers that your trip can be very, very much successful, especially with the younger guys, guys like, Jay Takashi and Kingu and, forget the other guy kid's name, but like you guys, your trips can be incredibly successful if you guys just basically follow the pattern. I'm glad IP brought up Taisha to the show. A young girl, she's 21, 22, 23. I forget how old she is. I think she was 23. She's fresh into her age, and basically what? She's only she's 2 years away from becoming a dentist. She's automatically a high value woman already. She's good to go. She's automatically good to go. That's why I was telling you boys before, even some of the brothers that I introduce around my circle, I purposely noticed that some of the girls I went to school with, some of these Ivy League girls, they'll come up to me all the time. They'll be like, "Hey, James, can you introduce us to some of your friends?" "Yeah, but my boys, they're all black." "So what?" "Yeah, so what?" And I'm like, "You guys like, brothers?" "Yeah." And the truth about it is that I do it on purpose. I know because they are checking for brothers. I purposely link up brothers with high value women. I do it on purpose. I will make sure I will screen them. That's why what's his name? When We Ain't Signing called up here. Remember yesterday when he called up here?
Yep.
Yeah, he went. We Ain't Signing is triple Ivy League. He went to Penn, he went to Wharton, and he went to Harvard.
Wow.
He's a triple Ivy League. These boys, they know the game. There's a reason why he's running around with a woman from Saudi Arabia. They know the game. So basically, what's the thing, brothers? Even if you're not, part of some sort of prestigious school, a lot of the girls who go to prestigious school, they're still checking for brothers. I've in the past 6 months, I've linked up 4 brothers. One of them with a girl who goes to she went to Columbia, another girl who went to Princeton, another girl who went to Stanford, and another girl who went to UCLA and then went back to graduate at Harvard. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm directly linking brothers with the best women possible. Go for the best women. Stop, just running around in all these jungles and trying to get this one and that one. Go for the best, because why? Our stock is very, very high right now. Everybody is checking for brothers. Everybody's checking for brothers. So you brothers better be careful. Go for the top spot. Go for the top spot, because they're already checking for brothers. So why not? Why not go for the top spot? But you boys, when you travel outside, be very careful. Be very, very, very careful. Especially you guys that are using I found out talking to some of the students at Rutgers. You boys that are using Hinge, there's a lot of high value girls on Hinge. Some of these girls are like 24, 25. They went to completely Ivy League schools. Ivy League girls are checking for brothers. So why would you be cutting yourself short? If you got the game, clean cut, make sure you know how to talk, stop with the ghetto stuff, pull your pants up, stop listening to that damn drill music, and understand that you guys are really, really, we are on top right now, IP. We are on top. Like, if this was back in the day when I was still in college, bruh, I would be sweeping up like 30 girls a night. I'm telling you, man, they love brothers right now. Like, brothers ask me all the time, like, "Yo, how did you meet your little Jewish girl?" And I'm like, "Yo, you have confidence, learn how to talk to girls, just have confidence, girl. You can have any girl that you want. They're checking for brothers heavy right now. They're checking for brothers heavy, bro. I'm telling you, man."
Wow. Great comment there, J Bones, a legend. Thank you for that, J Bones. J Bones is right. This is a it's a lot of things have changed for brothers in the last few years. A lot more options for us. So brothers, you're in control of your own image abroad. It's your destiny abroad. Please carry yourself well, presentable, look after yourself, and things will fall into place for you. Shout out to Volcanus. Whoa, brother, $50. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Volcanus for the $50 super chat. This brother right here, right, has been sending in super chats, literally like flipping Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man. Just sending out super chats after super chat since yesterday, brother. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much, Volcanus. I'm happy that you're getting the knowledge from this channel, bro. And bro, thank you. Every super chat that I get from you and any other person on this channel is greatly appreciated, and the cash app too. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Shout out to Volcanus. Hold on for a second, IP. I want to point out to a lot of people that don't know, but Volcanus is actually a direct supporter of every single Manosphere channel on YouTube. Every single channel that supports Black men, Volcanus is a direct supporter of those channels. So shout out to Volcanus, man. That's a great brother right there.
Shout out to Volcanus, man. Thank you for letting me know about that, J Bones. He says, wow, this advice and education tonight. You gentlemen are next level with this. Thank you, bro. Honestly, bro, that means a lot to me, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, Volcanus. You're definitely right about that. Shout out to Sterling Yates for the cash app. I think that's Mr. International. What's up, Mr. International? He is cash apped £3.67. He says, thank you, IP, for everything. This is only the start. Thank you, bro, for the kind words. Lovely to see you again, Mr. International. Where you been at, brother? I hope you call in. You're a smart brother, and your advice and your intel is greatly appreciated, brothers. Thank you. Tony Berry, are you back, brother, or are you still?
Yes, I am, brother.
Japanese food.
Yep, I'm back, brother. Give me about a minute. I'll be right up in my office.
Okay, bro. Okay, brother. Look after yourself, bro. We're here for you, brother. Let me roll it to Jay Takashi. You want to add anything else, bro?
Sure. Jay Pons hit it on the head. Derek Taylor, I once again thank you for giving us your story. I really appreciate it. That really helps a lot of brothers to understand that how serious a matter this is. Like nothing is without caution. Like you need to go in with caution. You need to be smart how you move, and really just be safe. But it's not a game. This is your life, and girls can take a back seat when it comes to your life. That's really people really need to understand that. The problem with the American culture, really, that you guys have been indoctrinated into, it just makes you think smash, smash, smash. And you have a very one-way track mind, like a squirrel. And I'll be honest, I'm not trying to offend anybody here, but I'm tired of having to preach this to people. Pick up a freaking book and go to a library and actually learn something about life. Seriously, and actually better yet, talk to people like Tony, Theo, and IP, me, Jay Bones, Derek Taylor, people like us, because what we're basically telling you is life. This is not a freaking game. The reason why I'm stirring my words here is because I get tired having to freaking tell brothers this, and they just freaking choose to be stupid. I'm tired of that, and it's really irritating when you want people to. I'm not saying I want you to do what I want you to do. I want you to have the opportunity to choose, but also make a wise choice. That's really what it is. And I know it sounds like dictatorship what I'm saying, but sometimes benevolent dictatorship is the way to go, personally, because some people have to be protected for their own bad choices. And it's like I said, your life should come number one over a woman any day of the week. And they should come last, if I'm going to be honest. Unless you're in a relationship like Tony and Jay Bones and some other people in here. But they should take a back burner to what you're trying to do. Because vet these women is important. You don't know what they're about. You don't know what their intentions are. The fact that we just had a brother on here talk some about devil's breath, which I know most of y'all don't know what the heck that even is. I've heard of it. That's for sure. I've heard of it. I didn't know how it was used. So y'all need to really do the information, take the time. I don't care if you have to Wikipedia this stuff, actually look at multiple sources and where you're going to travel. When I said I was going to Costa Rica the other day, I looked it up. I researched. I spent like half the day looking at everything I had to go to. So this is not no game. This is your livelihood, and you only have one life as far as you know. So you need to utilize all the best of your knowledge from all the old school cats and also from us new school cats in order to take some information and actually move about safely. That's all I got to say, IP.
Thank you, brother. Much appreciated,
That was
bro.
beautiful, brother. That was beautiful.
Wonderful. Let me bring in Mr. International. How you doing, brother?
My fault, I was eating something. But man, I just want to say, man, thanks everybody in this live stream. Derek Taylor popped through. I haven't seen him in a long time. Much respect to him. And IP, I want to talk about this. What up? But yeah, I
Go on,
want
bro.
to say, man, I've been on the stream. I've been on your stream since the beginning, bro. And I just been in the Matrix. And people know this like J Bones. That's why I love J Bones and stuff. I feel like he knows. And Tony Berry being from Philly, I've been in the Matrix, messed up, man. And I've been getting my life together. And I see all these guys, sending cash apps and all that stuff. And me, I never been a card type of guy, cash app type of guy. Now don't get it wrong, I stash a whole bunch of money in the cut, pure dollar bills. That's just how I do it. But just know, it might not be smart, but just know it's not going to get stolen enough. But I'm saving up. But that little cash app that I gave you in when I say that's only beginning, that's just it kills me every time I look at all these streams, and they're just great streams from yesterday with Theo Waff and all you guys. You know what I mean? This is grown man business. So just keep in tune, man. That's not gonna be the only one coming. I'm not gonna spoil it, but IP, I got you, bro.
All right, thanks for that, Mr. International. Do you have any thoughts on the live stream topic, brother?
Man, the only thoughts I got is keeping your mind sharp and taking all the advice that we hear on these streams. There's nothing I gotta say because I'm already set. I watched all 3 streams the past 3 days. I watched all the streams. You know what I mean? I might not comment. IP sees me comment here and there, but listen, y'all y'all gave me all the foolproof steps. Of checking. Checking a woman to make sure she's not a scammer or she's gonna drug you and all this. I'm good, man. Just like my man King Ugusume, 22 years old too. I respect that cat. I'm looking forward to seeing how we grow together in a sense. But listen, man, I'm straight, man. And I talked to my boss a while ago. He said, I say my name's Sterling, like you said earlier. IP, everybody on this channel can know my name because we're some high value men. And I'm gonna say it to the man. I'm gonna tell him my name, and they're gonna respect it. But I talked to my boss like, yeah, man. He said, when you want vacation? He gave me the option. Like, when do I want vacation? I said, all right, man. I think I'll take a month off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you deserve it, bro.
So, I'm ready, man. I'm hyped. I'm ready for the Manosphere meetings, all that. I'll be watching, man. And this is only the beginning for the channel, not just what I was talking about. The channel for everything, man. We're gonna keep on developing.
Thanks for that, brother. Much appreciated, Mr. International. Lovely to hear your voice again after a few weeks we haven't heard your voice. Thank you, brother. Hope you're keeping well and safe. Thanks, bro. Put yourself on mute, Mr. International. Sean Camp, what's up with your network connection? You keep dropping off in and out. Are you there, Sean Camp?
Yeah, I had put in the chat, man. My connection been acting crazy. It's raining real bad here. So
you got some AOL internet connection, bro.
Rain is kicking
you
it,
hear
man.
me now?
Yeah, loud and clear, bro. I'm just kidding with you, bro. Yeah, bro. Please add in more.
Crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Add in any more input you want to add in.
Been crazy tonight.
Oh, yes.
Just something else. Just wanted to add it too, as brothers, as these countries start to open back up. You really gonna have to be careful because these people, y'all, especially in these third world countries, their economy was already strained, and now that they starting to open back up after the pandemic, you guys gonna have to be extra vigilant in these countries too. I think that's something we need to point out as well. So,
Mhm.
because people really gonna be on a hunt now, because they've been hurting for over a year. So, while these countries open back up, we really have to watch ourselves going for as we start to travel again. Just need to take that in mind and be extra vigilant.
Thanks for that, Sean Camp. Much appreciated, brother, for that very important point. I definitely do agree. COVID-19 has hurt some countries economically. They've had to shut down, especially countries that are reliant on tourist dollars. Had to shut that down, opening up slowly. A lot of locals have been suffering all this time. So, brothers, be careful out there. Look after yourselves. Be vigilant. Don't stay out too late. Have a good time in the afternoon. Come back in before 10 p.m. Keep it very easy and very safe for you, brothers, and that's very important. Thanks for that, Sean Camp. Let me go on to Derek Taylor. Derek, do you want to add anything else, brother?
Wow, this has been a great stream, IP. Just a wealth of knowledge, and Tony kicked it off perfectly. Jay Bones threw some awesome knowledge. Jay Takashi, Sean Camp, Mr. International, Valerie. It's just a great panel here tonight, and I just want to leave you fellas with value yourself. Value yourself. Everybody in this stream is worth something. So value yourself. Don't just settle for some chick twerking in the street just because she's got a nice bottom on her and she's got some good goods, that's making you feel like you want to jump on that. Don't just fall for that stuff, cats. Value yourself as a gentleman, as a high value brother, because I will tell you this: I'm only working with nines and dimes moving forward, and you have to put yourself on that level. You have to do that. And typically when you're working with that type of woman, you're not going to see a lot of this stuff unless they're on a James Bond type of level.
Yeah.
So just be careful out there, fellas. This is real world stuff out here. These are things that are actually happening, and one thing I would just want to leave you with is respect the culture, because when you respect the culture, that's when you find out who you're really dealing with, because women want to know that you truly, honestly love where they live and respect it. Because if you don't respect their culture, then you're going to get a Bumquisha, or you're going to get a Shanae or whatever, so just respect the culture and everything else will follow suit. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Derek Taylor.
Brother.
Great comment there, brother. I'm happy that you saw through the scam very quickly and were playing her along. And she's thinking, oh, yeah, I got this guy. He's such a simp. You're just in your...
ain't happening.
Derek had it all
I
along.
got
You
you.
had it all along,
Got you,
brother.
ish.
Yeah.
Got you.
It ain't
Got you,
happening.
bitch.
And again, and I wasn't looking really to meet anybody on Tinder. I just wanted to check out areas that I want to travel to and just see what kind of women are in these areas. And I will say Barcelona is on my list.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. I did
As well
Barcelona
as
10
Japan and
days.
some other spots. But just watch who you're dealing with, fellas, and just always remember video.
Yep.
Thanks for that, Derek Taylor.
Brother.
Great.
So now I'm gonna get ready to go jump in this Lamborghini with her, and she's gonna pick me up tonight.
Hey, tell her I got that 250 on her. I got that 250 for it too.
Exactly. I will do that. Yeah. IP, you want to get on this too? 100K on your side?
You brothers are jokers, man. Hey, honestly, you brothers are awesome, man. Much respect to both Tony and Derek Taylor. I'm telling you, man.
Thanks,
especially Derek, man. He's a legend, man. And
legend. Derek's a legend. Brother.
He's an absolute legend, man. Derek Taylor. It's good hearing my American brothers thrive. I know both brothers are doing well in their personal lives. I love hearing brothers, doing well in their lives, making that money. It's all I want for brothers. I want brothers to be millionaires, billionaires with their dime chicks, living good lives, eating good food, being around great people. I want that for every brother on this live stream. Tony, Theo, Derek Taylor are brothers that I look up to, brothers that I want to aspire to be high value males within their space. And I wish them all long life, good health, wealth, prosperity, riches and abundance of blessing and opportunity to all those brothers.
Appreciate
Honestly,
that,
man,
Thanks,
brother.
brother.
it's
Thanks,
needed,
brother.
man. Thank you, brothers. I'm telling you, man, because I believe in God. I believe in the Lord, and I don't know if both of you don't or do. That's your that's your preference, but I'm just sending that. I'm sending that your way, brothers. So all the best, brothers. Okay.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate that.
Shout out
You too.
to, thank you, Derek Taylor. Shout out to Darrell Robinson for the $20 super chat. Always a pleasure and gem to listen to IP streams. Wishes of safety and prosperity to the brethren. Oh yes, thank you, brother. Same to you, brother. Sending
Thanks, brother.
prosperity and safety your way. Blessings, opportunity, wealth, good health your way, Darrell Robinson. That's a brother right there. Thank you, bro. You want to say something else, Tony? You've been quiet, bro.
Yeah, brother. Yes, and sorry, brothers. I broke away for a few to eat some dinner, man. My wife, I tell you, she cooks really good, man. With my son and my wife, I ain't missing that meal, but that's some good eating, man. But no, this was a good platform here tonight, man. Special shout out to all the brothers on the panel, man. Me and DT be chopping up in a minute. Jay the Cashier. People reach out to me on Facebook too, man. Connect with me, connect up. I answer a lot, man. You see my phone, man. I get brothers from the group, right? And I show you what I'm talking about because y'all, you know me, I show. But see, I got all these daggone texts and stuff waiting for me, man, from people in the group. Sean M is trying to hook me up. Kevin T. Smith, John Claude. I'm sure if I look down the few enough, I'll see some text from DT on here. So, man, it's like I keep in touch with the brothers, I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk, brothers. That's what it's really about, man. You got to walk the walk. You can't get up here and be like, okay, or like this dude, Aaron B, was up there joking. Man, Aaron, apologize, brother. You got to apologize to us because I'm just calling you out, man, earlier because we was in a serious conversation. Jay Takeshi was up here pouring his heart out, talking about something serious, and then you get all this humor up here. We ain't got time for the jokes, man. Brothers are getting killed out there. And we can't have any brothers on this platform getting killed. We're not going to have this because they're going to go, oh, he was on IP and he went to Columbia and he got killed. IP don't need that kind of image. You don't need that kind of image. What he needed is he was on IP and he went to Columbia and they tried to run a game on him, but he got out because he was on IP. You see what I'm saying? That's what we want. We can't, because like I said, in 5 years, brothers, we're going to be in Dubai. All of us going to be in Dubai partying up. On this platform, partying up. January, I'll be in Vancouver with
Lord willing.
See? So
yeah, definitely.
Put your money where your mouth is. And like Derek was saying, man, video these females. Video. If they don't video, next, you got thousands, millions of them out there. See ya. Give me somebody else. Rip them up like tater chips. And just like Jay Takeshi was saying, they got to be on your platform. Even my wife is on my platform. Because in my house, number 3. Number 1 is my purpose. Number 2 is me. Number 3 is my family. That's how it's got to be. It ain't just because you out there searching. They got to be on your purpose 24/7. If they're not on your purpose, then what are they here for? What are they doing? Just like that movie scene in Any Given Sunday when that dude, that big white dude, the big lineman, came home. They had the girl, the little daughter was feeding the dog in the cage. And all this crap was going around his house. He said, what I get a wife for? What I get married for? You know what I'm saying? You have to have that kind of mentality. Because we are the ones that run this thing, brothers. We are the most sought after human being on the planet. These women know you. They got girls in California from Czech going to school, taking courses on how to treat black men. That's how interested they are in us. See, taking course, brothers.
That's true, Tony. Damn.
Yes, it's true. Kevin Sanders mentioned that on his thing. I'm not trying to plug him, but that's what he mentioned. He mentioned they got girls out there learning how to deal with black males. That's how interested they are in it. They're going to school for this. They can fight for this.
Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. IP, you didn't know that?
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes. Dr. T. Hassan Johnson is the head of the African American Study Department in California.
Yes.
There's a course in Caltech State that you have to take, they're taking it now. They're basically women flooding over into there's so much women flooding into the class that now they have to hire extra professors. There's a class that they teach women now, foreign women, on how to basically snatch up black men. They're teaching women. They're black male studies. They're teaching women from Japan, women from China, Asian women, Spanish women. Basically, all foreign women are now heading down to California to basically take classes on how they can acquire black men. This is a real thing, IP. There's
Yes.
nothing more. There's nothing more, because here's the thing, IP. I'm going to tell you something. Even though it might be weird as a brother saying it, people never notice this, but there's nothing more attractive in society than a black male who has money and is successful and is educated at the same time.
Yep.
Women, yeah, that is the most attractive thing. When I get a chance, IP, I'm gonna post something in the live. I'm gonna post it in the back chat, or I'm gonna post it on a Facebook group too. They did a study about 2 years ago, and they said that it's official. They basically routed all the image magazines and basically all the research for women around the world, and they determined that black men are the most beautiful men in society. Completely.
Black is
We are,
beautiful, baby.
yeah. They determined that they were pulling out certain images of Will Smith, because we come in all shades, all sizes, all colors. So we're completely different from everybody else. When you look at white men, they're all just white. When you look at Latinos, they're all just one color. But when you look at Asians, they're all just like this color. But when you look at black men, some of us are dark, some of us are light skinned, some of us are, in between caramel. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's really happening, IP. IP, when were you in California?
Not in California, in America, a couple years ago, but I've not been to California before.
Yeah, it just started probably 2 or 3 years back. Dr. Tia Johnson is doing classes now. They got so many women flooding into the university now. They have to hire extra professors to teach these women how to basically please black men, how to cook for them, how to basically acquire learning about black men. This is a real thing. There's classes on how to get black men now. I'm telling you, brothers, man, stop with this Keisha nonsense, man. You boys got to get real confidence. We are really high on the market now. We are very high on the market. We are very, very high on the market. You got black women creating channels basically trying to cancel that propaganda out because they're scared. They're scared. They're like, hey, what's going to happen to us? It's too late, brothers. Passport's ready, bro. Passport's ready, man.
That's what I was telling you, brother. That's why I remember. See, I put that up here, and then Jay Bones backed it up. See, I don't put crap up here, brothers. I just don't talk. I ain't talking out the side of my neck. If I say it's true, man. And that's why I told y'all the other day on that stream. I'm glad I'm black, baby. I'm glad I'm black, man. I mean, they used to call me ugly and black when I was a kid. They used to call me black and ugly. They would tease me, you black, ugly, you nappy head, black, ugly. Man, I'm glad I'm black, brother. Woo-hoo. I'm glad, man. That's all I can say, because they taking classes, brothers. They taking classes on us. They taking classes, man.
Damn. Shout out to
taking classes.
Shout out to Sean Camp for the £11 3 cash app. What's up to Sean Camp, the brother that called in previously? Thank you,
yes,
bro.
What up, DS?
Shout out to Sean Camp. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, Sean Camp. Carry on, J Bones. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they taking. I researched this, IP. Let me tell you something. They've been taking classes actually since I was in high school. There were classes that women been taking. They got a bunch of foreign women literally on a college campus in a room taking classes on how to basically acquire black men, how to deal with us, how to cook for us, how to clean for us, how to basically understand the concept of basically keeping black men happy. This is a real thing. Like, this is something that exists in life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you boys right now, get off this punk behavior. We are high on, we are on top shelf right now, brothers. We are moving. We are on top shelf right now. Trust me. I'm telling you. Go ahead, Tony.
No, he right, man, because I remember when I was taking classes, when I went back to school for IT, man, I met this girl from Croatia. And, we were in the class, you get to meet all your students. They become your friends. And she was extra nice to me. She treated me in a way that made me feel like, damn, she really knows me. She really knows what's going on. Come to find out, she was married to her brother, had 2 beautiful children, and she was one of the ones that took the class. Damn. I remember that now. That's why she knew how to make me feel comfortable. It was every day she's making me feel comfortable, every day, no matter what. No matter what came out of my mouth, she made me feel comfortable. And she was just a friend, but she made me feel comfortable. She's just a classmate, I mean. So these women are coming. They bringing it. But you get a BW up there, they every single time, and you guys seen this, every time a positive thing come out about a brother, they got to come back with something negative. They always got to stamp it out. Oh, no, no, he ain't. No. They always got to come out and stamp it out. they are so accustomed to going against us that they don't even realize that they are getting further and further, closer and closer to having that dog by themselves and dying alone. That's where they're going. Dying alone. Woof,
Yeah,
woof.
that's true. That's true.
You know?
IP. Yeah,
Hey,
that's true. Bro.
Actually, Tony, to touch up
Hey,
on that, really.
Hey, yo, bro, what would a brother do to get a graduate from there? That's our goal. We got to get somebody that graduates from that class. You know what I mean?
You can
Brothers.
actually find information about Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's class because it actually got out of hand so much. I found out that they needed to hire extra professors. There were so many women flocking into the university to take the Black male studies class. They ran out of professors because Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, he was working by himself. But then he started to notice, he said he started a Black male class, a Black male studies class. So he was expecting sisters to come in there. He said once he opened up the class, there were no sisters even in the class. He started seeing Russian women, Filipino women, Japanese women, women from Ecuador. Yeah, he said the whole class was just filled up with a whole bunch of Spanish women. And the reason why the class is dominated by Spanish women is one reason only. IP, it's a lie. It's a lie that it's always been propelled for decades. White women are not the biggest threats to Black women when it comes to us as Black men. It's Latin women. Yeah, it's the Latino women. Yeah. Latino
and the Asians
women
up there too. Yep.
And the Asians up there too. But the reasons why Latino women is because they have their culture, but they're also able to service us as Black men because we're almost close on that border and we kind of share genetics with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, IP, things got really bad. People forgot about this. The class got so filled up, they had to start hiring extra professors.
He's right, brother.
Is this class in California or?
It's in California.
It's at Caltech.
It's at Caltech. Yeah, it's at Caltech State. Yeah.
I'll try to look up stuff and share in the group.
Yeah, you'll be surprised, IP. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. They're actually trying to start another class here in New York. They're actually trying to bring it over here to New York to start it up. People get paid. IP, this is a thing. People get paid. Women. There are women here in New York, especially in Manhattan. My girlfriend told me about it because I had asked my girlfriend one time. I'm like, "Yo, how do you know so much about Black people?" Like I was confused. I was looking at her one time. I was like, I'm like, how does little redhead Jewish girl so she told me, she was like, I used to take classes. I said, you used to take classes on what? About Black men. I was like, I was confused. I was like, what'd you just say? You used to take classes on me? She said, yeah. And she started. One time I had a conversation with my girl. She's scared my girlfriend knows more about melanin production than I do. Scary.
Oh, that's scary,
very
man.
Scary.
What?
Very scary. Yeah. My girlfriend knows more about. I was looking at. I'm like, how does little Jewish girl know all this damn stuff about melanin? She was telling me. She said, I know about everything. I know how Black people, this way, that way. I know what type of food you guys like. I know how Black men like to have their backs rubbed. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Where'd you get this information? Yeah, where'd you get this information from? And she told me, when you go into Manhattan, there are places where you can go. Women sit down in a classroom. They even soundproof the room to make sure that there's no distractions. And if your cell phone rings, my girl told me that if your cell phone rings in the class, they will literally tell you to get up and go outside for 5 minutes. Yeah. Like they take it very, very seriously. And the reason why they have those classes, because a lot of the women, the foreign women now, they're basically going after high value Black men because this 64% thing is moving up and up and up, and we're getting better and better and better. I'm telling you, IP, our stock is high right now, bro. And our stock is high, man.
They have enough common sense to see that despite everything thrown at us, despite nothing being for us, we're still rising.
Exactly.
And with everybody going down,
imagine.
still,
I tell you, but Larry, I tell brothers all this time, Tony. Imagine if white supremacy wasn't a thing. Boy, please, man, I'm telling you,
there'd be no competition.
There'll be no competition. There'll be no.
That's why every time there's anything positive about us, is the unholy tree. Karen, Brad and Keisha are always crying about it. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. We don't have any media pushing us positively,
No.
But look at how the world is responding.
Yes.
I think Tony wasn't here. I think Theo was here with us yesterday, right?
Yeah.
IP, remember when I said, Tony, check this out. 2 years ago, CDC dropped the information. Black men are the best fathers in America. Black women were
Nice.
upset. They literally
Yes.
ran into the streets, started talking about no, black men this, black men that. It's like no. The CDC confirmed it. They did 3 to 4 or 5 years of research and said that with all the basically obstacles that black men face, it has forced the majority of black men to become incredibly great fathers. They confirmed that black men are the best fathers, not just in America, but just basically on the globe. Black
Of
men
course.
just tend to be the greatest fathers.
Every
Period.
black child is scared of his dad because he's the first God you know. You know you can't
Exactly.
afford to shame
That's
him. You
right.
can't afford to
Yeah.
fail him. And he knows there's no system to keep you from messing around and having multiple chances. You know,
Yep.
he will let you know you have one shot. Don't let me down. And he will have
Yep.
your
Yeah.
back.
100%,
That is
man.
true. And these
Our
women,
stock is high.
these
Our stock
women,
is high right now, bro.
they love to
And
have the
let
black
me even throw
children.
some weird little thing in. Okay, there's a soup that Nigerians have. They call it ogbono. I never really used to like it, but guess who made it that I even liked it? It was a bloody Hungarian chick.
What?
Mm.
Yeah,
What?
they know
Cause
how
she,
to cook. Whatever we know or like,
But
they bloody know. They're
she
learning.
took the
but
classes,
Larry,
brother.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Larry, you'd be very surprised. You'd be very surprised. Some of the people that cook jollof rice are white
hmm
women in Atlanta. White women in
of
Atlanta
course.
cook jollof. Yeah, they cook jollof rice
Yep.
for those Nigerians down there. White women in
hmm
Atlanta are very good. Yeah, it's some crazy stuff going on. It's
Yeah.
some
And
crazy
There,
stuff going on right now, IP. I
I
tell you,
think there
brothers,
was
man.
a mixed girl. Her father is black. Her mother is white and Asian. She was saying how she married her Ivorian husband. She used to hang out around because that's what her mother taught her around the engineering and the medical whatever. When they started going out, she learned his culture, how to cook the food, was wearing dresses and everything. It was a wrap. She even like stitched him, I think his suit or something like that. And the brother just said, "Okay, I'm done. He's not going anywhere." And they'd
no,
be married.
no,
So
Damn.
she
and it's
wasn't hot girl
Um,
summer and the dorms of the jocks and none of that. She locked herself a high value man.
and that's what I'm
guys,
saying too. That happened to me, man. I was dating this sister, man, 23 years old, and she wanted to play games. I met my wife, 21-year-old Japanese. Who am I married to? They pretty much they giving away their money. They giving away their good stuff. They giving it away, and these women know it.
Yep.
And this go girl crap that only works for BW. Japanese,
Mhm.
Latinos, they don't care about no you go girl. They know it's competition. They know it's a race. It's a race for these
J,
men. That's what it's a race for.
J Bones, I will
It's
share
true.
something. You will have a good laugh. It's a page in Hungary about tailoring, and guess what the theme is? African.
Wow.
They're
Yeah, man.
literally like making the Western clothes with the chic and typical African fabric.
Yeah, some of those. Let me tell you some of those brothers. A lot of Nigerian brothers in Budapest. They are winning over there in Hungary. A lot of
I
those
know. I
brothers.
live there.
Yeah. A lot of those Nigerian brothers over there, man. Because a lot of the Nigerians too. They're very technical with mechanical engineering and a lot of engineers in the Nigerian community. Yeah,
And
brothers are
IT.
winning. Yeah, in IP. Yeah, I mean in IT. Yeah, brothers are winning
My
worldwide
homeboy
right
was
now.
in Nokia. Now he moved to Oracle. He's
See, that's
thinking
why
of
I'm in
about
IT.
going to the States. I was thinking maybe I will try introduce him to brother Tony to like give him some tips.
Yes, help me because that's why I'm IT because I'm 50% Nigerian. So maybe that's why I
Mhm.
ended up in IT.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
hey,
Exactly, man.
the
I'm
green and the
telling
white,
you, man,
baby.
brothers.
yeah. It's medicine and IT. That's where majority of African students are. IT,
Yeah,
engineering. Mostly IT now but remember back in the day it was civil and
yes.
electrical or whatever. Now it's more IT, software and hardware and whatever, and
You, you
medicine.
you know what I wanted to say about Nigeria, and I know that we have a lot of love for Nigeria. There's a movie out about Ebola, and they don't talk about this in the West because they don't want them to get the credit. Ebola was really bad when it came out, but did you know Nigeria shut that down quick?
Yeah,
100%. The
yeah. The
Nigerian
They
doctor that
government.
shut
even
it
cured
down.
it, she lost her
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Nigerian government was the first people to basically neutralize Ebola. They shut that thing
yes.
down in like 2 seconds. Yeah.
But did they get credit for it? Did they get
Nope.
Now,
the props they supposed to
Nope.
get? No, because they was
Nope.
no,
black.
you know what? Black men don't get credit for anything we do good in this
yeah,
world.
but if they were
Nothing.
able to steal our
Correct.
shine, then they will just throw their
Nothing.
label.
Yep, they
Nothing.
just throw the label.
We can invent the greatest invention of all time. We can go to space. We can set up a whole community in Mars where everyone can breathe and make food on there. We still won't get credit for it. We ain't
Yep.
ish. we're multiple baby daddy mamas, we're gangbangers, we're thugs, we're weed
We're
smoking
Pookie and Ray
idiots who
Rays.
sit on this chair all day. We're Pookie and Ray Rays said to us by our own women in our community, empowered by non-black people who are racist in the media. Again, a lot of forces coming our way, but still, women are checking for us. What does that tell you?
There was a video. It was,
Checking
I think,
heavy.
one of these young cats was interviewing random women. Oh, what, will you date a black guy? This white girl tell him, yeah, of course. She wants her babies to survive.
I
What the hell
remember
does that mean? She was talking about melanin. She
Yeah,
wants them to be
that thing
resilient and
is
thrive.
becoming a normal. Yeah, that thing is becoming a normal thing too. I think
And there was something one of
Tony talked
my
about that.
exes said, which she was Hungarian, which I don't know, it kind of spooked me. She was telling me what happened in their church in their hometown. A woman was complaining she was barren. She said, "Oh, just go meet a black guy, you gotta get pregnant." So we're apparently the panacea of a lot of women. And one of our elders in Budapest, he's like almost Tony's age. He was telling me about his where his shop was. A woman had a shop next to him. She was literally begging him. She just wanted a baby. He doesn't have to do anything, blah blah blah, and things like that. It's so common, because they know, well, to them the babies are gonna be they're gonna be winners. So it's a win-win situation for them.
Hold on, bro. Let's let everyone get a point in. I'm gonna say this though, right? Let's make it very clear on this channel before brothers start saying, "Oh, you only care about Asian women, white women, blah blah blah, Latina women." What about black women? Let me tell you this right now: black women are in the scope of foreign women. I've said it very clear. African women from East Africa,
Nigeria,
South Africa, West Africa,
Ghana,
they're all in the scope of foreign women. To me, I hold them in the same
Algeria.
realm.
Costa Rica.
I hold them in the same realm, in the same line as Japanese women, Costa Rican women, etc., etc. If you're foreign to me, you're feminine, you're submissive. I don't care what race you are, but particularly if you're a black woman that's feminine, I will prioritize you because I'm a black man myself. So if I meet a dime Costa Rican chick, right, that's black, that's feminine, that's beautiful, I'm gonna put over a Japanese chick, brothers. I'll keep it real with you. So let that be very clear. When it comes to a feminine black woman and a feminine Japanese woman, I'm picking the feminine black woman. I love my black woman, but it's fortunate that in the West, a lot of them ain't thinking right. So that's why I'm expanding my horizons. And if I see a cute black feminine chick from Costa Rica, I'm wifing her up. And on that note, shout out to Sean M for the $5 super chat. He says these types of chats are needed. Brothers, protect yourselves when you're on the road. Shout out to IP, brother Tony and the Powell and the panel. Shout out to you too, Sean M. Much appreciated, brother. And wouldn't you agree with that, Tony?
I do, man. And look, you're right. There's a lot of beautiful black women around the world, brothers. Trust me, man. I was in Saudi, man. I seen in Somalia. I still can't get this girl out of my mind, man. I mean, it's like, what the hell? Because here's the thing, man, with black women, and you see, I watched the videos sometime of I was thinking about going to Nigeria and Ghana last year. So I was checking those videos hard. And the women, man, they just got this look. They got that. What it is they got this inner beauty. See, in the West, they fine, right? They look, their body look good. They got their Louis Vuitton. They got all the makeup, but they're not beautiful. But these sisters, man, they get that look come out their eyes, the genuine look that if you're a high value male, they getting on your page and they staying on your page and they will fight. Because my friend was in Ghana one year. And he went to this club, man, and he walked out with one African girl, and this other one's like, that's my man. And they were fighting right there, pretty dressed, everything. They fighting over this man.
Yeah, that happens a lot. In Ghana, that happens a lot. If you in Ghana, man, girls will fight over you 24/7, man. I remember one girl, we were just walking down the street at the campus, and I turned around and I'm like, oh, coconut water. So I ran across the street to go get some coconut water. When I came back, she was like, I know what you did. I know you was looking at that other girl, and I was like, nah, I was just trying to get some coconut water. Like, I was like, what's the problem, man? But yeah, man, IP, our stock is high, man. We on top right now. We on top. The ball is rolling, bro. We on top.
You're right, bro.
And it's just also, started, man, brothers.
women should be fine. Women should be fine over us. Men should never fight over women.
No.
Women should fight over us. I'm happy if fine women are fine over me and my other brothers, right? It should never be men fighting over women. Never.
You don't have to, brothers. You don't have to.
No. Never. No. They're all over.
Hey, brother. Hey,
You know
brothers, even Morocco, like where the Tony Berry, the white black girls, like you said in Morocco, they got a whole different perspective. Like, come on, man, there's just so many beauties around the world. We gotta look
Yeah,
at them.
man. You gotta look at because
Right.
I remember back in the Air Force, man, we used to kick guys out. They wouldn't go on trips with us. They wouldn't take them to the Philippines or TDY with us, man. If they fought over a girl, you ain't coming on this trip. No, you're not coming. No, nope.
Yeah, and
Yo, shout out to that, Tony.
to add to what
I will
IP
shut
was
on it.
saying also about not brothers not fighting. There's something also a mistake that a lot of us make because we're used to being how will I say oppressed. So when we see oppression, we feel the need to protect other people. If you're abroad, you're not 911, especially for the locals,
No.
and even other foreigners because you don't know what they might have done and they want to use, hey brother, help me out. These people are being whatever. Don't put on the cape for anybody.
No.
And especially because life happens. You could be abroad, you fall sick. Don't let anybody recommend anything to you that's not the best place. Contact your embassy, find out, oh, this place, where is the hospital that I should go in if I fall sick? Don't let some maybe you met some shorty who might be shady. Oh, let's go to this place, it's cheap. Don't play with your health. Go to the best places and especially get places that are known and recommended because I've seen people make similar mistakes like this.
No, you know that one post that Dr. Boyce Watkins put up. I hate to mention his name here, but he put up a post a few months ago about, hey brother, save the community, marry a woman that has kids, has 2 or 3 children, save the and hey, we was up and on. It's like we saving what?
Everybody
Job
went
to
after him. Everybody went after him. I
cut
said,
him
boy, you
off.
crazy. Boy,
I
you
used to
crazy.
subscribe. I cut him off.
He lost his mind. He met a girl in college. He met a girl in
Yeah.
college. The girl curved him, and then basically the girl went off and had 3 kids with somebody else. And then basically after she got divorced, 20 years later, he went after the girl again. I said, hey, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? What's wrong with you?
I lost respect for Boyce Watkins.
Yeah,
I used to be a follower of his stock picks. He's a very smart guy financially, but
he's smart. Yeah, he's smart, but he's a simp.
Streetwise,
He's
he's a simp. He's actually a massive simp.
Brother. I ain't got no time for simps, brothers. I got no time for simps. Simps
I just
cause
remembered
mistakes.
another thing.
Simps
Let me
makes
quickly
mistakes.
add this, if I may. So there's something I noticed, like, oh, sorry.
No, I just wanted to say Simps makes mistakes. Go ahead, brother. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, so there's something that I noticed was because I'm dealing with students and, I started also recruiting for the university. Apparently, security forces, be it the immigration or whatever, they keep tabs on girls that deal with foreigners. So sometimes maybe she did something or they will actually recruit her to keep an eye on foreigners, So that's why it's like the brother's been saying, don't go for girls that only deal with foreigners. Find somebody that, you're probably the first black guy or foreigner that she dealt with.
Yes,
Even
I
though
tell
they're doing
people
this
all the
on
time.
students, obviously they'll definitely do the same thing with, if you're an expat or even if you're a tourist, because they have to secure their country. So whether they do for shady reasons, but this is something that happens. And I got to learn about it because, we had a lot of Arabs, Saudi students, medical students that started coming. So the girls that they were messing with, they ended up having the authorities, having them to keep an eye on those. And apparently it happened to all of us because one of my friends was working with the security and he was the one, letting me in on this basically.
Are you in Hungary right now, Bulami?
No, right now I'm on the continent, but hopefully I'll be going back like maybe first quarter.
Okay, yeah, we need to have some solid intel on Hungary, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one of my guys, because he will be the one that will give, how will I say, another classic stream. I'm trying to lock him down, but he's in IT, so the hour difference is not on my side.
So you in the continent, brother? Are you in the Facebook group?
Yeah.
Okay, hook me up. Send me an invite, bro, or like a friend request.
Yeah, you already added me as a friend. I'll send you a message.
Oh, okay, God, thanks, brother. Thanks, thank you.
All right, thanks for that, brothers. Shout out to Conrad Grant for the $5 super chat. He says, shout out IP, Tony, J Bones, Sean Camp. I want to thank you, especially Tony Berry, sharing this credible intel. I'm learning and gaining knowledge every day. Shout out to Conrad Grant, the brother right there. Hope all is well with you, bro. Sending blessings and wealth and riches your way, brother. I hope to see the Costa Rican house you're building fully built. I want to see you in Costa Rica with dying woman, living a good life, smiling with great joy and happiness, bro. Shout out to Conrad Grant. Shout out to IBE for the $5 super chat. He says, thanks, IP on the panel. Thanks to you too, bro, for the super chat. It's much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much. Great live stream so far, brothers. I'll stay on for 10, 20 more minutes so we can get a few more discussions out. Let me roll it back to who's been quiet here. Jay Takashi, you've been quiet, bro. And brothers, feel free to call in, brothers. There's still some space on the panel, so you can join in and add to the discussion. But Jay Takashi, what's up, brother?
Well, I have a couple things I want to say. Back to like women shaming us for whoever we date and whatever. Let me just say something right now. My mother is black, all right, and my father is black. And guess what? I had a long conversation with my mother about this just today. And guess what? You know what she told me? I'd be fine with whoever you went out with, no matter what race, as long as she made you happy. So what does that tell you, ladies? My mother isn't plugged in the matrix like you guys are. So what you see the difference is my parents accept me and love me for who I am and for whatever woman I pick. Because my mother did not care whatsoever who she was. She can be white, she can be Pakistani, she can be German. She don't care. As long as she's happy as that somebody is coming into my life that I picked and also brings me peace, she is totally all right with that. And so is my father, FYI. So I don't know where y'all ladies get off thinking y'all can judge us because for our happiness, because you and a miserable freaking squirrel, just like everybody else is. You're broken down, ran through all the above. You're not worth looking at. And more oftenly, Jesus can't even help you as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna be honest.
True.
It's gonna take a little bit more than Jesus and therapy.
Shots fired. Pew, pew, pew. Shots fired.
And they hitting. Every 8 bullet hits, he hit it. He made it every 4 bullet.
Yeah, it's the truth there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Some chicks can't be
because
saved,
we're
man.
loved. Yeah, exactly. They can't be saved. And I P Tony, Derek, to every cat in here. The fact that we have that's crazy. The fact that we have women taking classes on how to pick us up, it actually makes me so happy to be a black man. You know how wild that is? And what's even crazier than this, there's actually a Korean woman who actually has a channel. You know what she does when she checks for athletes? They're all black men. Muscular, toned, black men in general. She's like, I like that black guy. I love that black guy. Like it what freaking J Bone just said is what's confirmed. This is a YouTuber, a Korean woman on YouTube literally telling us this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So he's not
Yo,
lying.
that video was epic, yo. On the Facebook group, man, that joke was epic. I can't even lie. Like, come on,
I
man.
see. I was like, whoa.
Serve it up on a golden plate if you want.
Yup. Yeah, brother. It's true, brothers. The word's out, brothers. The words are out. And like, you know how these BWs be beating us down, like telling us we're nothing, I remember, man, I said hi to a woman one time, and I was in high school. I said, hi, baby. I was trying to be nice to her. She said, you the baby, trying to make herself look good. You know what I mean? Trying to make me feel bad. Well, guess what, woman? Now you're 50 years old and you're living with a dog by yourself with 3 kids by no man. You don't even know who your daddy is. Yeah, you the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how about that?
And
Right?
Tony, this is probably the last thing I say, IP, because this is going to further Tony's point. I actually was on a stream the other day, and I'm going to say the exact same point that I said on this. A lot of y'all, and I get on the dudes too, but this really needs to be known to the ladies because y'all technically are worse. A lot of y'all have grown up bodies, but y'all have 5-year-old mentality syndrome. That's what y'all have. Y'all just want to whine and complain and just be angry instead of being peaceful and tranquil. And see, the thing is I notice it because I see it sometimes on the alley just walking by whenever I'm trying to pick up my groceries. I see it funny how y'all want to argue with your fellow men over something small because I've seen it enough times to look. But when I look at an interracial couple, why is she putting a smile on that man's face? That's something you don't see every day.
No.
And the fact that y'all refuse to work with, first of all, not even work, to be an assistant to a man instead of just being a freaking, what's the word I would use? Wile E. Coyote or a Looney Tune? You're a Looney Tune to me. And you just continue using that Acme freaking tune for us and just to make yourself look like fools.
I can clean.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And guess what? All you're doing is letting the smart brothers go outside and actually get good wives, while y'all all will be rusted and dried up. No one's gonna look at you. And all you're gonna have is you're gonna have makeup your supposed bad girls, single bitter woman like Vivica A. Fox cheating you on, and Cardi B, you can throw her in there because she'll most likely get dumped too. and then you're gonna end up like Oprah Winfrey, which is the worst.
Yeah.
And that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you want to be rich and successful and alone and be a bad bee. Oprah Winfrey is what you have to look forward to.
Yeah. See how that actually looks like.
Yeah, exactly. She's
man,
miserable.
Jay going on. Jay going off, man. He going on it.
Yeah. IP and J Bones know. You know she's alone, right? She is miserable.
Oh,
all that success thing,
has spent a whole career making brothers look bad,
bashing
bashing brothers on her widely watched platform. And look at her right now. And look at brothers in her position who are billions. They're smiling. They got dime throwing chicks. The other day I saw Robert Johnson with his girlfriend, happy.
Oh, she is beautiful. I think she's from
hot.
Ukraine too.
Yeah, she's from Ukraine as well. You know, living a good life.
Yeah.
You know?
Robert Smith, the black billionaire, $5 billion worth $5 billion. He got him a nice Asian woman. Robert Smith.
Yeah. He's
they're checking hard.
She's beautiful. Like I was like, and, you know, it's crazy. Like IP, here's the thing. I've heard stories before. We've all heard about these strange situations and how, you know, the relationship with us and the BWs are very bad. But what confirmed it is like the day when, you know, rest in peace, the day when Kobe died and black women were literally celebrating his death. I was like, hey, that's when I started to see like, of course. Of course. They were celebrating his death. You know, I'm telling you, that's when I started to notice. I'm like, yo, this level of disdain that they have for us, it's even to the grave. Like they have this thing, like, you know, whatever white supremacist ideology was created, they bought into it. They bought into it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker. Like it's too much, man. So that's why I tell you brothers all the time. I'm like, yo, I explain to the brothers, I'm like, black men, we are supposed to be the most selfish people on the planet, but then we turn around and act like the nicest guys. I want you boys to be real hard. I want you boys to be real hard and only care about yourself and nobody else.
Be selfish.
Be selfish, because we have to be the most selfish people that has ever been created on planet Earth, because we're the ones
everything from us, brothers. Everything.
I'm telling you, man. Like sometimes I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes I remember one time, IP. I went to MoMA. MoMA is the art museum. And I went there with my girl one time, and I was looking on the walls and seeing a lot of these African American soldiers, man, brothers jumping out of planes to land into Germany to go save Jews. Brothers jumping out of planes to go into Korea to fight the war. Brothers jumping out of planes into Vietnam. And I'm like, yo, these brothers came back, and what happened to them? Nothing.
They got spit on.
They got spit on.
They fought World War II, and they got cheated out of the middle class that was created during World War II.
Brothers
won the Civil War.
Brothers lining up just to get a GI Bill and being denied after coming back from fighting a war. I'm like, yo, I'm telling IP, man, black men, we've been through some of the things that we've been through, man. I swear to you, even Bible characters wouldn't survive this. Even
we got tar and feathered for fighting in the war.
I promise you, man. If Angel Michael came down here, he couldn't survive what we survived. I swear to you, man. Brothers getting shot up. Brothers getting. I talked to I was thinking about Tony the other day. Tony, I got a friend from Ecuador. Miguel. He Spanish brother. He did 3 tours in Fallujah. Man. He came back. IP. His wife divorced him. Now he's living in the basement with his mother. He lost everything.
Was he in Hawaii? Because I knew a brother in Hawaii that was in Fallujah, did 3 tours over there. Got wounded and everything, man, in the battle.
No, he's Ecuadorian. He's actually directly from Ecuador, man. He came back. He lives in Elizabeth, New Jersey. His wife divorced him when he came back from Iraq. Lost everything, IP. He had to move into his mother's basement now. This guy did 3 tours in Iraq. He's
a war hero, brother.
I'm telling you, bro, a war hero. Like, and he's paying alimony. Like, this thing is crazy, IP. Yo, I'm telling you, man.
That's just
this
messed
thing.
Up.
Oh man, yo, I had to take him. I took him to go get a beer and took him to the movies the other day, man, because his spirit is just completely broken.
No, put him on the group, brother. Put him on the group. We need him on the group to build him back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite him. Yeah, I'm gonna invite him back up, man.
Build it back up.
I told him, he was telling me that he wants to head down to Argentina for a couple of maybe a couple of months to clear his mind, because the way he was, man, IP, this dude, when you meet him, like, he's a really great guy. Like, he was I remember when I was in high school, man, sometimes some of the we used to get into fights, man. He would jump in, we would have to fight like 3 white boys at the same time. Like, he was a really, really great brother, man. Like, a really great brother, man. I'm like, I was looking at him, I'm like, yo, Miguel, how did this happen, bro? And he was like, I don't know, man. I thought I was doing the right thing. I mean, this is what they said we should do. And he came back from Iraq, and, his wife literally divorced him, took the house. Now she's got a nice 3-bedroom house that he refurbished himself. He was working contracts and doing all these jobs.
How is that even allowed? How can you
man, it's America.
It's America, brother.
How can the
It's
system
America,
even allow
bro.
it to happen? You go out there to protect your country, and
soldier.
for your freedoms, and then
Happens all
you
the
allow
time.
that to actually
Happens
happen.
all the time, brother.
That's just
A
disgusting,
soldier,
in my opinion.
man. Yeah,
He ran
into a what's his name, IP. What happened is that when he first started the trial, they ran into a feminist judge. In America, it's a half and half thing.
It's done.
Yeah. If you run into a female judge during a divorce hearing, you're done. She's gonna root for that woman 100%. If you happen to run into a conservative judge, then you're gonna get a fair shake.
It happened to the black people back in the day. Imagine being black going to an all-white building. You're done.
Yep.
Exactly. Those cases back in the day, those cases were done in 15 minutes. They got those white boys in the back. They all signed off. Yeah. Take them outside and hang them on a rope. And then that was pretty much just it. But I'm telling you, IP, man, brother's been through a lot. I'm telling you, man, I was watching it. I feel black men jumping out of planes to go to Europe. Black men jump. I'm like, yo, we've been doing a lot for a long time, bro.
Well, you know what they won't say, brother? And I'm a direct descendant of this man. I look at him every day. John Berry, he escaped slavery, went to Civil War and fought, beat the white boys up there. Here's the thing, man, is those boys that were serving with him was escaping. They were scared. But the brothers like, we ain't running nowhere. We got to fight for our freedom. So when they say Lincoln gave us our freedom, Lincoln didn't give us a damn thing. Brothers got the freedom because we the ones that fought and went down and freed the slaves. They just don't want to put that in the history books, brothers. These boys were scared.
They were scared, in the history books. Straight facts.
Brothers were scared because brothers knew if we didn't shoot and kill, we was going to be hung up and strung up and tarred and feathered. So we had plenty of incentive to fight. White boys, they just go home back to their little country farm and they happy. No. It's a lot of truth that's not out there, brother. It's a lot of truth that's not out there.
A lot, man. A lot. Black men's been through, man. We've fought it, and no war, IP, in American history, no war has been fought until black men joined. There's no war that
won.
There's never no war has ever been won until black men joined in. No war has ever been won in society until black men joined in. Like, I'm telling you, man, we've been through a lot. We've been through too much, bro.
I actually want to throw in some knowledge for people when it comes to history, because a lot of white folks don't want to acknowledge this. And in Django, there's a particular song that gets played within a certain scene. And I told my friend, I said, you know what song that is, brother? He said, like, it's called Beethoven. A lot of white folks don't want to acknowledge Beethoven was Milano. Beethoven's grandmother was black. Now, when you look at the brother with the type of hat, the hair and face that he had, it's pretty freaking obvious. But they'll never admit to that. That's actually, you're listening to, you know what's funny? So the irony is you're all playing a black man's music, and you don't even know it.
Yep. And that's why they say it's not Egypt and Africa. Egypt is in Africa. That's another thing of that too.
Yeah. And Egyptians are black people.
Yes.
That's really what that is. Yeah.
Correct.
That's where it comes from.
Yo, I watched a crazy video about that too, man. Y'all want to hear about it? It was crazy, man. A doctor said that there was a private museum, and inside the private museum was the broken pieces of the Sphinx's nose and mouth, and they keep it closed up because it's a black person's face and nose and mouth.
See,
crazy.
You don't want to know it.
That's the truth. Look it up.
Never come out. Yep.
All right, this has been a great discussion, brothers. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's taken part in this live stream. I'm going to end the stream in 10 minutes, so I'm going to go through everyone for their last closing statement. It's been a very informative stream provided by Tony Berry. Thank you for taking the time out. And much thanks to Derek Taylor for explaining what he went through and giving brothers that insight to be careful Before I end the stream, brothers, the Cash App is still open, so feel free to donate to the channel, and also feel free to super chat as well, brothers, if needed. And of course, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment on this video when it drops on my channel. We have over 90 people watching, so I want to see 90 comments on this video. It's been a very special video. It's been very helpful for brothers when they travel. So let me go through to J Bones. Do you have any last statements, brother?
Yeah, IP man, thanks a lot, brother. We haven't covered so much yet. We have not covered so much yet, man. There's a vast full of information, and I wish, we got to get Tokyo 64. We got to get Tony back up here, man, because you boys really need this information. You guys really need this information. Last time, IP, this was maybe 2 or 3 streams back. People in the live chat, they thought I was being hard on Aaron B when I told them, hey, sit down and listen. I want you young, just imagine if we had people like Tony Berry around when we were growing up. We would have been so in such a better position now. We would have so much knowledge. It is very, 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 very rare to find Black men who are at a mature age like Tony to give you information that will help you basically do what? Basically move the competition to the side. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you, brothers, right now. Like, Theo comes up here, and he might be joking with us half of the time, but this is a guy who has a vast amount of information. Do you understand what I'm saying? And at a young age, we can start really doing things at a young age now. That's why I was telling you before. I'm like, when you brothers come up here, especially in the live chat, stop clowning around, sit down, take out a piece of pen and paper, and get to work. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, it's important for you guys to learn something new every single day. It's important to learn something new every single day. You brothers, please, man. We haven't scratched the surface, IP. We are barely even in the game right now. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. It's so much information more and so many things that we need to start talking about. There's so many. When I saw the stream and I looked at the title, I'm like, all right, IP's on it again. IP did it again tonight. You understand what I'm saying? IP's just hitting his, like, just left and right, just hitting it out the park. One of the most important streams that you did, IP, was the one that you were talking about Black men with our mental health. That was the most important thing. I was thinking about that. I said, IP, man, you brothers think that everything is fun and games, and you don't check in with each other, you don't call each other, you don't, you're not asking each other how you are, but truly deep down inside, we are in the belly of the beast when we're living in America. We're in the belly of the beast living in the UK. A lot of brothers are behind enemy lines. We're operating behind enemy lines. So we need to find different ways. I'm telling you boys right now, whether, you're going into a different group, you're sitting around with other Black men, chopping up game, checking on each other, just sharing information about how everybody's doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? I may not know Jay Takashi at all, but I know he works 2 jobs and he's working and he's busting his ass all the time. So that means that he's working hard. So guess what? He tells me that, this is going on or that's going on. And I'm like, yo, Jay, I hope you're okay. Make sure you find time out. People were laughing when I was telling them in the live chat, IP. I go to the park. Sometimes I wouldn't even tell my girl. I will go to the park by myself, go and feed ducks all day. I literally just sit at the park and feed ducks all day. You think it's a joke, but it's something that's very therapeutic. It's something that's very therapeutic. I learned that being around my dad. Sometimes he would pick me up at school, hop on a plane, and we'd be in Zurich in less than 24 hours. And he just did that just because of why. It's something to really release your mind, make you feel better. You brothers really got to start taking care of yourself. And I said it before, and I'm going to leave it like here. I want you brothers to really start investing this selfish behavior within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? The world abandoned us, so we're going to abandon the world. The world basically turned its back on us, so we're going to turn our back on the world. I don't even care about it. I barely even talk to these BWs and all these other people that plot on us. I look for information. I look for people who are ready to help me get into a better position. And then that's the way I'm going to be rolling. Thank you. Thank you guys so much, man. IP. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Valerie. I haven't seen Valerie here before, but welcome, brother. Welcome to the space, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Derek Taylor. We haven't seen you in a long time, Derek, so thank you so much for coming to join us. Shout out to Jay Takashi. Shout out to the usual suspects, Kingu. Shout out to Theo, wherever he's at. Shout out to Theo. Shout out to our brother Conrad Grant, Mr. International. Shout out to Team Asia. Shout out to Team Latina. I hope you guys are doing well. And we'll catch you tomorrow. IP, we streaming tomorrow? Probably. IP. Are you eating fish and chips again? What's going on?
Yeah, we're streaming tomorrow.
This
No,
guy.
we're streaming tomorrow. I'm here. I'm listening to what you said there, man. Yeah, we're streaming tomorrow, bro. Definitely.
Okay. All right,
We still have
man.
a stream
All right, you
tomorrow.
brothers make sure you guys are here, man. And please, if we got to repeat this one more time, you brothers are hard-headed. When the show ends, go to the comment section, drop some comments in the box so we can push IP's channel. Okay?
That's right.
When the show ends, please drop a comment in the section
I'll
so
drop
we
that
can
link
help.
in the comments too. Yep.
Exactly. Send in the cash apps. You know, the cash app IP's off the radar. He's off the radar when the show ends. So send in the cash app so IP can keep on buying more fish and chips, and basically, and basically, he can attend all the Chelsea games and watch what do you call it?
Lukaku goal.
Lukaku score goals, man. But yeah,
Kai
shout out to
Havertz.
IP, man. Shout out to IP, man. I hope you
not a
guys are
Chelsea
doing well.
fan, so that's for Tony. Tony's a Chelsea fan. I'm not. So.
I didn't know that. Tony, you a Chelsea fan?
We're in first place right now, baby. Blue's the color. Football's the
I
game.
did not know that. Yeah, me too, bro. I'm a Chelsea fan all the way.
That's
Chelsea
right,
fan all
brother.
the way, man. Yeah. Shout out to you, IP, man. God bless you, man. You brothers start, man. Start getting all the information together. When the show ends, please go into the comment section.
Yes.
Comment, send in the cash apps when you're off the radar. When IP's shows end, the cash app is still alive. Send in the cash app so IP can buy all the fish and chips that he want. Okay, guys. We'll see you guys later, man.
Thanks for that, J Bones. Much appreciated.
Bones.
Also, I want to make it clear that it was Tony Berry's idea to set up this live stream, about vetting women. So I want to say a huge thank you, Tony, for coming up with that idea and concept. I never even thought that in the first place. And bro, it's even informed me as to how I should maneuver when I travel next, hopefully very soon. So thank you, Tony. Got a couple of super chats. Shout out to Kimpachi Alfonso. Maximo for the $499 super chat. Saw this brother wearing a Black Woman Matter shirt, like BLM shirt, yet Gail King persecuting Kobe when he died. BW don't fight for us, brothers unite. Yes, indeed. SYSBM is a movement. Brothers, put yourselves first. Put yourselves first and foremost, and then help other brothers out. But get your affairs in order, get your money right, get your mind state right, put yourself forward. Make sure you move forward in every single areas of your lives, and of course, help brothers that need help as well. Give brothers that encouragement, help brothers with career advice like Tony and Theo do, and then we will thrive together as a community. Shout out to Kempachi Alfonso Maximo for the super chat. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean. What? Shout out to Sean C2K for the $2 super chat. He says, "How do you vet Eastern European and Latina women?" It's the same concept that Tony said, brother. If you watch the live stream from the beginning, bro, apply what Tony and Derek have said, and they've given over an hour of information and intel as to vet any type of woman, whether she's Asian, white, Black, Latina, Eastern European, bro, and you're set, brother, okay? Shout out to Sean C2K for the super chat. Let me move on to Valeri Kumo. Do you have any last statements, brother?
Yeah, I just want to say, a big thank you to Senpai Tony, J Bones and everybody, most especially UIP, because to be honest, what you're doing is allowing not only those of our elders, the opportunity to teach, but those of us with little knowledge and those that will come behind us, hopefully, since the whole idea of this is to facilitate having brothers be productive. And our whole goal is not to harm anyone. It's just to survive and thrive and hopefully raise a new generation of productive people. So with that being said, please, brothers, whoever you're going to deal with, have family. Don't go saving everybody. She shouldn't come from broken families, and she should have at least some purpose and direction in life because you're trying to build. Avoid toxic females wherever they are. Hopefully, she has some sense and she comes, factory fitted with the proper home training, and God willing, we build from there. So thank you very much. And Javons, I'll hit you up also.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for
that, Valeri Kumo. Let me tell on to your point there, brother. Yeah, he's right. Please don't try and save any woman from any broken families. I will admit, a couple of years ago when I was simping, I would have probably done so. I would have took her on, felt sorry for her, tried to build her up. I'm sorry for what you went through, but nowadays, I simply just don't care. That's put yourselves first, brothers. I'm sorry that you went through a lot, but black men are also going through a lot as well. we need to save ourselves first. So don't try and save any woman, please. Don't be a simp. Don't try and save her because she's went through a lot. No, go for a highly respectable woman. You know, yep, and you know, like Tony said, kick her to the curb. She's for the streets. I'm sorry, that's how it is right now. You know, we need to put ourselves first, our mental health first, our physical health first, our financial health first, our spiritual health first, and every part of our health must come first. You know, forget about saving these chicks. I'm sorry, that's how it is. You know, unfortunate, but who's saving us? Who's saving brothers? No one. Only we can save ourselves. Shout out to Uncommit Goodbar for the $10 Canadian super chat. Shout out to Tony, Derek, IP, and the rest of you young brothers. I don't know y'all personally, but I love y'all all. What up? Shout out to Uncommit Goodbar, the brother out there in Canada. Hope you're keeping safe, bro. Me and Goodbar have a stream about Victoria, Canada coming very soon. So that should be a great stream. We're going to have him back on my channel very soon. Shout out to Uncommit Goodbar. Much appreciated, brother. Let me go to Jay Takashi for his last closing statement, if he has one.
No, I do. I have two quick things to say, but I'm gonna wrap it all into one. So guys, I want to say shout out to Tony. I really appreciate you giving the serious that you gave. When we're having, I need to say this to anybody. When we're having adult serious conversations, what you do is you shut up and you listen. You don't freaking make jokes. You don't try to derail it, remote it like what Tony just said. You don't do any of that. One of the things I learned when I was young is shut up and listen when an adult is talking. Because when you're doing that, you sound like a modern female. You want to derail the conversation. So you treat the conversation and you treat the person who's talking with the respect that it deserves. Both of it. So any people who feel the need to do that to IP, because this is his platform, I'm not going to dictate what goes on here, but what I ain't going to let you freaking do is freaking come in here with some silly nonsense. When we having serious conversations, you treat it with respect like all of us on this panel do. Because I'm not here for games. I'm here to learn. I love to learn from my fellow OG cats right here. Tony is one of them. And you're not going to disrespect anybody in here. That's number one. Number two, Tony, I really appreciate your advice, and I really appreciate you actually giving a damn about this. Part of my French when I say that, IP. But a lot of let's be real. I wish a lot of cats had someone like Tony as an uncle, similar to mine, to give me advice when I really needed it. So this is something very serious. This is something that he's trying to take time out of his day to tell you information to help you so that you can walk around safely traveling, and not just him, IP and J Bones. So listen to these cats. They will help you if you let them and if you're willing to learn. And
brother, hook me up on Facebook too, brother. Hook me up.
Definitely. I will definitely hook you up, bro, on that one. I definitely want to hit you up on that. So IP, you've done an amazing, great job. You always get the best people. I don't know how you do it, but you always get the best people on so we can also talk. And also the people who could make it, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. Hopefully y'all are on the next one. You're not any less important or less different. Your opinion matters just as much as everybody on this panel. With that, I say good night. Oyasumi.
Oyasumi, brother.
You guys be well.
Thanks, brother.
All right, thanks for that, Jay Takashi. Thank you for that, bro. Mr. Derek Taylor, do you have any closing statements you want to say, brother?
Wow, Jay, that was very powerful. It's straight truth, brother. Straight truth. Well, obviously, much respect to my boy Tony B out there. He's always spitting straight knowledge, and everything he says comes from the heart. I mean, this brother cares about other brothers, and he's mentioned that many times. We've had many conversations about that. So much respect to you, Tony, and your heart, bro. You got a beautiful soul.
Thanks, bro.
A beautiful soul. IP, I respect you for having this channel. I mean, we got to get this knowledge out to brothers and help them get through life, because hey, the matrix is no joke. This world is no joke. So we got to get through this world on our own, and we have to take massive action. That's what I want to tell you, brothers. Listen, you have to stay on your purpose. You have to stay on your purpose. And the only way to get from point A to B is you have to take massive action. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Laser focus, massive action. It's got to happen. And as far as everything that you encounter in life, I always live by the one choice rule, I call it. You're always one choice away from changing your life. One choice. And that's very powerful. And it can mean a lot of things. It can mean a bad decision or it can mean a good decision, but you're only one choice away from that. So keep that in mind, and always, stay positive about life, because you only live one time. And I can attest that there are feminine women out there outside the matrix. There are feminine women out there. Trust me. Very ultra feminine.
Ultra
So,
feminine.
yeah, ultra feminine. Yeah.
I can back up Derek Taylor's point on that there. He's having a great time, Derek Taylor. Currently,
Yes.
he's got a big smile on his face right now because that just tells you he's having a great
I
time.
get the call. I get the call.
Hey, Tony, not Tony, IP. I got something for this. J Bone still on the air?
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
J Bones, you still on the air? This one's for J Bones right here. This is Miss Honduran.
Oh yeah, Honduran. Yeah.
Believe it or not, she's 49.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Hey,
That's the one
49,
right there,
that
man.
means that's a pop, baby. 49 with a lube pop, right?
right. Yeah. And trust me, when I say ultra feminine, I mean ultra feminine.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, she's feminine. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Derek Taylor.
All right. Thank you. Much respect, brothers.
Much appreciated, brother. Mr. Tony Berry,
hey,
do you have any last statements, brother?
I'm gonna keep it short, brother, but I just want to thank everybody on this panel, man. Derek Taylor, Larry, Jay Bones, Jay Takeshi, Sean Kent was up in here, IP, of course, Sean M, Mr. International, Conrad Grant, and if I didn't mention Theo, of course, brother Theo, can always remember Theo. And if I didn't mention anybody else, man, I got nothing but love and respect for you brothers. That's why I get up on these platforms. That's why I take time out of my day, take time away from my family a little bit to get up on here and educate the brothers. My son asked me tonight. He said, Daddy, why are you always doing these streams? I said, because I care about the brothers, man, because I want to make sure, like IP says, that they checking for brothers, right? And that's what it is, man. This stream is checking for brothers. But see, here's the thing, man. I love what Jay Bones was saying, too, about being selfish, because you know how they inundate us. They inundate us with all these Oprah Winfrey, because she runs most of the black media in here, and all these other commercials. They run these. You see them up there. Oh, did you hear what happened to so-and-so? Oh, that woman, that poor woman, that poor this, that poor that. Brothers, we don't care about none of them. I turn it off. When I see them talking on the news about this poor lady, I turn it off. I turn it off. Because what they do is they inundate you with that so much to the point to where you think as a black male, if something happened to a female, even though you got a family, you got to go out there and put yourself in the front of a bullet for her, to save her, to try to be a hero. Brothers, I'm up here to tell you, we are not heroes, brothers. We are not heroes. We are only heroes in our house with our family. But we are not heroes for people that we have nothing to do with. I don't even look at these women. I walk past them. I don't look at them. I drive up in my Mercedes, pick my son up from school every day and drop him off and pick him up. And these women be like telling me where he's at. I just keep my face straight, roll my window down a little bit. They say, oh, he's at Blue, and I just go right to Blue and pick him up. I don't even look at him. I don't pay attention to them because they're nothing to me. Brothers, you have to have that mentality. We are the most sought after males, period. That's it. If it's going down, it is going down. When you drop them, look at it when they fall, like my cousin Muhammad Ali used to do. When he used to fight people and knock them out, he just look at them falling down on the ground and step over their butt and keep on walking. And don't even look back, brothers. That's how we got to be. Selfish and independent and strong. That's all I got, brothers. Thank you.
Powerful words from the legend, Mr. Tony Berry. Facts. Thank you for that, Tony. That was powerful.
Thanks,
again, brother, a huge thank you for you for taking the time out to formulate this idea, and of course, ask me to do a stream on it, bro. It's been very informative. Thank you, bro. We have another stream with you in a couple days' time. Even tomorrow, I'm not sure, but I'll reach out to you, bro, just to clarify what streams you have next coming up with you and what other streams you want to do, bro. The platform is here, brother, for you to spread the wisdom and knowledge that we all need for brothers all around the world, brother. So much appreciated, brothers.
Thanks,
I want to say a huge thank you to every single member of the panel that called in. Those who cash apped, those who super chatted, much appreciated, brothers. Thank you so much. The support, the comments, everything that is all linked to this channel is greatly appreciated, brothers. Trust me, brothers. I appreciate every single one of you, brothers. You're all intelligent, brothers. I learn from you every single day. So thank you very much, brothers. I have a few more streams coming up this week. So I will, of course, see you, brothers, again. So wherever you're from, brothers, look after yourself, brothers. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to brothers wherever you are all around the world. And I will see you brothers on my next live stream. So peace out, brothers, and look after yourselves, okay?